Ryder's got big muscles, Lisa's got the hair. You never know what they're gonna say, but there's a 45% chance you might like it anyway. It's the sauce, they're spilling it live for you. It's the sauce with your favorite morning crew. It's the sauce, 2 hours will fly by. They don't know what they're doing, but they're gonna try. It's the sauce.
Well, hello and welcome to the Sports Interaction Studio for episode 174th-ish of The Sauce.
We're missing things.
We are missing things.
This is a little too empty for my liking.
Little too empty. Breadsticks, sports interaction pucks. Funny that we realize that the second we start the show.
We've been here for over an hour.
Well over an hour. I've been sitting here without
I know where
my
they are.
stuff.
Tyler, can you grab our breadsticks straight ahead? And the pucks. And the jersey hanging up.
Hot start today. Hot start.
Oh, no.
The breadsticks are because Olive Garden is a presenting partner here at The Sauce, and we couldn't be more thrilled to have them. Go follow them on Instagram. We're trying to get their follower count way up.
Yep, thanks, buddy.
Look at that.
Breadstick taps for Tyler Yaremchuk. Not only is he helping us.
It kind of looked like he was placing, when the ad came up on the bottom, that he was placing big bowls of pasta in front of us, and I was really excited. Get in there and try their Alfredos. Of course, they got bottomless salad, breadstick, soup. We just love ourselves some Olive Garden.
Tyler Yaremchuk going to be a guest on the show today, as well as Rick, who's going to join us and talk Elks, as there's a big game happening tonight against the Roughriders. So lots to chat about today. We're going to talk Oilers, Elks. We went and saw the Odyssey last night, so we'll give our review on that. We're going to talk testicle injuries. It's a stacked show. I don't know where to begin.
Patrick Kane signs. Was it with the Oilers? Find out in 4 minutes.
That's a good tease.
Yeah, we were just talking about like the TV guys that end up in this realm.
Yeah.
And how much better they are at things like that. So I wanted to try it.
It was really good.
Felt good. All right. So what are we rolling with to get started here today?
Well, let's give some love to those who are already in our YouTube chat. We got Notorious Bree checking in saying, it's a sunny Thursday. Let's go. Jamie of the Night, Saucy Christina. Justin's here. Sherman's in the chat. Sherman, you're never in the chat. Thank you for being here today. Devin has joined us. Oilers780_EDM. Hello from Tennessee. I've watched Tyler and Liam's show for years. Been watching your show for a while now. Great stuff.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Liz Lemon said, this week is a month. Liz is having a bad week.
Then you said, yeah, it sure is. And I was like, what was so long about your week? We've been doing a show together that we love. We just got married and we went to a movie last night.
The movie was 3 hours.
I know, but that shouldn't make this week feel like a month. We should still be in the honeymoon phase.
Did you guys pre-movie nap like I did?
Yes.
I did have a little nap yesterday. Late afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Good one. And then I had an awkward moment. We've got Eli, who works at Oilersnation. Lovely kid. Living in our basement now. He's renting our basement.
You had an awkward moment with him already?
I heard him leave the house, and I was napping on the couch on the main floor, so he would have had to quietly walk by me. But then when I woke up, I looked down, and my hand was in my pants. I didn't have it there when I fell asleep, but it ended up there while I was napping.
I'm sure he walked by and I'm sure he walked by and went, he looks cozy.
That's just guys being dudes. That's just guys being dudes.
The craziest thing about Eli living with us, I think, how old is Eli? 22? Something like that.
About there, yeah.
I've never seen him in the kitchen. 20-year-olds just don't cook.
Nothing in the fridge that's his?
Nothing in the pantry that's his. We've never seen him come upstairs to retrieve a glass of water.
He has been enjoying a few of the Bite Me meals, which I'm very happy for.
I think only when we were out of town, though.
Yeah, but still, we put in some Just Bite Me meals for him.
True.
And he ate those. They are also a wonderful sponsor of the show. Support them. They've got a new location opening in Sherwood Park soon.
We should go to their grand opening. Sauce 20 saves you 20% off of your orders, too.
I'm hosting their grand opening.
That's correct. When is it?
It's in the August 2s. I
Hold
believe
on,
the
I'll know.
20th, the 21st, to the 22nd. Early in the 2s.
It's August 14th weekend is when they open. The only reason I know
No, but the grand opening, I think, is in the 2s. Does that sound
Ryder
cool?
shows up a week late.
Yeah, wait a minute. You
Hey,
better
guys,
be
I'm
there.
here. Where's a ribbon I cut? Where we got it?
Just when they open it that day, I'll be like, it's the grand reopening.
Every time you open the door, it's a grand opening. 'Cause you're walking into some grand meals.
I genuinely think their grand opening is in the 20s, though. I think it's the 20th, 21st, or 22nd.
Whatever, man.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out. We got lots of time to
We
plan.
have time. It's still July.
I know.
They do have their location, though, that is open and has been for a while, and it's busy. Their kitchen is open 24 hours a day because they're making so many fresh meals.
Yeah. Just realized
Get
something.
the chia seed pudding, but make sure you're near a bathroom.
Second.
The fiber is incredible. What are you doing?
It's important, and I'll explain it in 1 second, but I have to beat you to it.
Yesterday, Board Z had an incredible recommendation, and we wanted to say that it actually works. Before you see The Odyssey, watch that episode of The Simpsons where Homer reads about this exact storyline to
Homer's
his
Odyssey.
kids. Homer's Odyssey. It will give you a perfect breakdown of what you're about to go and watch.
Season 13, episode 14. Thank you for that, too. I
And
imagine
it's
if
the
I
first
would
one of
have...
the episode.
What's that?
It's the first one of the episode. There's 3 stories in it, and it's the
Yep.
first one.
It's right.
Yeah, you would have had to hunt and peck through quite a bit to find that. But like, it's the movie explained in 8 minutes.
Literally.
So you just get a good little. And you said there's moments during the movie that you were like, oh, that
This
was in
is-
The Simpsons. Oh, this is what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing. It always comes back to The Simpsons. Always.
Can you imagine when that episode of The Simpsons would have aired, if you would have wanted to rewatch that specific part of the episode, you would have had to rifle through VHSs and fast forward to try to get to the right season. And like, it would have taken a full day
Yeah.
to find that
Episode.
pre-2010.
As I was the DVD age of the box sets of stuff, they always came with those little booklets with which episode was which. I think I had like seasons 1 to 15 of The Simpsons.
That streamlined it a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
hell
got
yeah.
that memorized in the back of my head sometimes. Same with Seinfeld. I can do it with Seinfeld.
That was a great recommendation, though. So if you are going to the Odyssey and you feel like you don't know the back lore as much as you want to, because it is a pretty complicated movie. There's a lot of names. It reminds me a bit of Game of Thrones, where you don't need to know all of the characters to still thoroughly enjoy the movie. But the more you know, the more you feel like in the know, the more you'll enjoy
especially
it.
when we had your oldest brother Ian on the show talking about his book,
Mm-hmm.
Quiet Champions, he broke down why mentor was such an important word, and it comes from Greek mythology, who's featured in this movie. Mentor is with
Mm-hmm.
the son in the movie for the first little bit, and you're like, wait a minute. We even learned something from your brother about that storyline.
The reason I grabbed my phone out and was texting, by the way, is because I know you. It's my brother Brad's birthday today. Happy birthday, Brad.
No, I wanted to beat you to it.
She will, if she gets a sniff of a family member's birthday, she is all over it. And I also group texted with my oldest brother, so I beat him to it as well.
You don't know that.
Family member of the year.
We got Lance, Kane in the chat, and Battle, who are both just pumped to see that Board Z is working the sticks today. What are the cool terms for producers?
Working the sticks. I refer to it as button mashing. Mm-hmm. You figure it out as you go. Only got 2 more days of this, so enjoy it.
Can you say that you're on the 1s and 2s, or is that specifically for DJing?
That's a DJ, like.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
I press the 1 and the 2 on the keyboard, so
True.
I literally do that.
So you're on the sticks. Yesterday when I was napping, I was on the stick. Oh, don't give such a dirty look, both of you. It was a throwback joke.
It was a circle back joke.
Circle back joke.
Should we give our honest review about the Odyssey?
Yeah, I thought it was almost perfect. And I can't even figure out what I didn't really like about it.
I have
So
a
I
couple
think it was
things.
perfect.
I have a couple things to say.
Oh, here we go.
Zeus was a little the lightning, little loud. Some of those like intense music, the score. I was like, all right, like I don't need to be moving in my seat.
I think they actually have things built into the seat so you move in your seat.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's supposed to. You should have just waited and watched it at home is what I'm getting.
Other things that are like a bit of a stretch that I didn't care for. I don't need to see this many famous people. I don't need Charlize Theron. I could use like a new face.
Yeah, when you're talking about a very small role in a movie, it feels weird to have a very big star play it. Because you're like, oh, that's it from them?
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like Zendaya, I was like, did we need her in another movie with her husband, or can we have like a new face?
I think that's just the Nolan effect, because if Chris Nolan calls you, you say yes. I saw a clip. It was Robert Pattinson. He said he was the only one that when Nolan called them went, yeah, I'll read the script. And Nolan was like, you need to read the script? And then he was like, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I'm in.
Oh.
So I feel like they all just get the call from Chris and you go, you can't say no to him type thing.
How did Sean Avery get in Christopher Nolan's good books? Because he, as much as he didn't really have any lines in it, I saw him several times on the screen.
There's a lot of shots with him in it.
Former NHL enforcer Sean Avery.
Great acting, actually.
Enforcer or just pest. Let's go
Yeah.
pest.
Bag, whatever.
Yeah.
Brat.
I think Tom Holland and Zendaya too probably give a bit of a discount if they can go and work together and live in Greece together for the summer. Like a lot of acting couples, Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise back in the day, different movies all the time. What happens to the relationship? You are ships passing in the night.
True.
And if Zeus is involved, that's not a simple boat ride.
Little loud on that boat.
Little bit nuts out
Also,
there.
the lightning scene, I was like, it was just very overstimulating. So if you're going in and you actually are quite sensitive to sound, I truly would bring
like noise canceling
something.
Earbuds.
I just wanted to put that out there for people that are going in not knowing, because I thought about people with like sound sensitivities, like my brother-in-law who has tinnitus in one ear. I'm like, oh, he'd hate this.
I also think the Greek mythology lore tends to be something that is well embraced by potentially people on the spectrum. Like in-depth storylines like that can be the kind of thing from some of the people I've known on the spectrum that like love it. The more complicated the reading is and whatnot, the storylines are, the better. And sound sensitivity is quite often associated with that as well. So I think that's a very good tip. That it is loud as hell.
It's the loudest movie I've ever seen. It's in first place now, and then Dunkirk was second. When I went to Dunkirk, I almost went to the reception and complained.
No.
Karen.
That's when you were like really embracing your Karen application.
I was like a Karen in training. I didn't actually do it, but I thought about it.
How embarrassing.
It would be. And they'd be like, ma'am, go back to your seat or go home.
Yeah, no doubt.
But no, it was a great movie. Highly recommend it. And I agree with everyone that said, like Bordsy was saying, people that got up to go to use the washroom, they're running back to their seat. You got to run back to your seat.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss anything.
I was so pumped that I was like, do I have to pee during the previews? And I was like, yes, I do. And then it was good. I got to stay for the whole movie.
Yeah, it was good.
Honestly, go in the theaters, though. Like, unless you have an incredible at-home theater setup, then sure, wait till it's at home. But, there's something special about watching it like this the whole time. Yeah, it was awesome. Let's get to our first guest of the day, a presentation of Southview Acura, family-owned and operated on Edmonton's south side. They are the best. Go see our friends over there, from the director of First Impressions, Evelyn, to the sales team, to the management, to the guys in the service department. Honestly, just a really great crew, and they'll take good care of you.
Yeah, they're also kind. Like, even when I venture back to the parts department, they're all just laughing together, having a good time. So, good people.
Tyler Yaremchuk, our first guest of the day. Welcome back.
Give him a second. He's posting that he's on the sauce.
Okay.
Give him a second.
Only thing better than Tyler Tuesday is having Tyler Tuesday on a Thursday because it's closer to the weekend.
True.
And because I told you guys I don't want to work on Tuesdays in the summer.
I love that.
What?
We, starting next week, have Mondays off.
Really? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Which is good, because there has been a couple moments throughout this deep summer that I'm like, what are we going to talk about?
Oh, yeah. I had one yesterday where I had Sean Bell, because Liam's gone on his honeymoon. I had Sean Bell on, and I was driving right in because I had an interview before this. And I drove in, I was like, I have no questions prepped. And I just bullshitted through like 25 minutes of the show with Sean Bell.
It's like
crazy.
pulling teeth, truly. Like, and like when you think about it, 5 days a week, 2-hour shows. That's 5 Christopher Nolan scripts.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm like, I can't do this.
Closer to 4.
What were we talking about the other day that we were like, wow, you could tell it's the off season? What the hell was it?
I don't know, but the Oilers did get off to a pretty wild start.
Yeah, we
with
were
the
lucky.
Off season. It felt like every day there was something that was so noteworthy and controversial, and
Lots of drama.
then all of a sudden it just nosedove, and I think the team's probably pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of happens every year where, like, you get to the point where you're like, we're getting news. And it's like July 8th, and it's just, boom, radio silence.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like every 2 or 3 days. Like, what did we get today? The Patrick Kane news in
Yep.
Chicago. Okay, like, mildly significant. Every 2-3 days we'll get something of note, but it's dead.
So what is the update with Patrick Kane? He signed with the Blackhawks again, a 2-year deal for $8 million. What was the?
Yeah,
what is it?
$8 million AAV, which is crazy. So $16 million over the next 2 years. So I love when people.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's so much money. I love when people are like, heartwarming. He's going. It's like, yeah, they're paying him a shitload of money.
Of course
Like,
he's staying.
He's not like league minimum because I want to retire a Blackhawk. He's like, Chicago, Buffalo. And Chicago's like $16 million over the next 2 years.
This is the exact same thought process you had with Vinny Desharnais, where you thought the money he was getting per year was actually his whole contract. I thought Kane got 2 by 4, which I thought would have been about
pretty good deal.
right.
Yeah.
Do they have Bedard playing center for the most part these days?
Yeah, they do. So I think that's part of this too. Is they really need to put someone on Connor Bedard's wing. So you have Bedard signed for $15 million. They have so much money too that like doing stuff like this, you kind of can because you have still like $30 million in cap space or whatever. Not quite that much, but these are the kind of luxuries you can afford when you're a young team with a bunch of players on ELCs.
What does Chicago have to do this next season for it to be a success? Do you think, like, are they at make playoffs or contend for playoffs?
They're at contend for playoffs. Like, if you don't take, like, a San Jose-esque step forward this year, like, you can only be, and Oilers fans know this well, you can only be that lovable rebuilding team for so long, right? Like, your fan base will put up with it for 4, 5, sometimes even 6 seasons. By the time you kind of get to, like, year 7, year 8, it's like, okay. At some point, you either need to make some positive strides or, like, people need to get fired.
Yeah, or people start coming up with cool nicknames like Decade of Darkness.
Yeah.
I have a game for you. It's called Take It or Leave It. This is Oilers related.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a bunch of scenarios. You tell me if you would be happy with that, you take it. Or if you think maybe we can do better, you leave it.
Okay.
Trent Frederick, part of a solid 4th line all season.
Take it.
And has a 10-goal campaign.
Take it.
I also want everyone that's watching along to play along in the YouTube chat as well.
Sure.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, as soon as, like, implying he's an everyday player and not getting healthy scratched, take it. Tripling his goal output, absolutely
Is
take
that who
it.
just got married?
Yeah, I think so.
So cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think he's in tough, especially with the head coach. I think if Trent Frederick's going to be the kind of guy who has he's a big body who moves well, but sometimes doesn't always want to play physical and do those little things. Like, you can see a world where he has a really hard time with Mike Babcock. So if you're telling me that this upcoming season for Freddie is 10 goals, probably all at even strength on the 4th line, and he's an everyday player, yeah, I'm sure Trent Frederick would probably take that right now as well, because I think there's a world where it goes much, much worse than that.
All right, next one. That one was very easy.
Saucy Logan says take it all day.
I should have said a 5-goal campaign. Made that one trickier. I didn't even get to the goals, and you already took it. McDavid and Draisaitl have their lowest point production seasons ever, and the Oilers sneak out a division win. Take it or leave it.
Ooh. How much do I care about the division win versus not watching them like be at their best? I'm going to leave it because I think there's a world where we get both anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't want to just sign up for like a bunch of 3-1 hockey games and Connor McDavid only having like, without his career low to be like 98 points. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to watch that. I'd rather watch McDavid dominate. And if there's a risk that we come in 2nd or 3rd, then we come in 2nd or 3rd. But I would much rather see Connor and Leon pop off 135 points each, be really fun to watch. I'd rather be entertained through 82 games and, roll the dice on where I finish in the Pacific. Because I do think this team's good enough to win the division.
Do you think with Babcock's style, though, it is a possibility that we see a pretty big drop-off from the Stars?
That's a really good question. I think that just because they're so good and so productive on the power play, no. And I just think at the end of the day, they're both too talented. Like they're good enough to show a commitment to defense while also still putting up their points. Like, again, maybe this isn't a 130, 140 point season for either of them. Maybe it's 120 points each, which would, still be a significant drop off. And maybe they are doing things in the name of playing the right way and playing good defense. But I just think with the power play being intact, with the amount of skill they still have, I think they're not going to drop to like the low 100 point range. They won't drop below 100. You might see a bit of a drop, but it won't be a ton.
All right, next up. Jari has a 900 save percentage. Wait. A 900 save percentage this season and is the starter going into playoffs.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Boardsy's saying yeah.
I think...
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are maybe like writing him off a little bit too quickly.
I agree.
Over his last, so this last year was obviously bad. The year before that was not good. Before that, he had like 6 straight years of being a league average or better goalie, or better than league average goalie by save percentage. Like, he's 31 years old. I think a lot of people are just pointing to Freddie and Devin Levi and being like, well, those are the two guys and they're new. But like, Devin Levi has not proven himself as an NHL guy. I love the upside. I love the trade, but he hasn't proven himself at all at the NHL level and had a really tough year in the American League. And Freddie Anderson gets hurt every single season. So during the regular season, you're going to need to lean on Jari for some stretches. And Tristan Jari had the best regular season save percentage out of all 3 of those guys last year in the NHL. The idea that he bounces back to some amount of a 900 to 904 goalie or something like that, it's not far-fetched. And I had someone tweet me, they're like, oh, just wait till the playoffs. They can healthy scratch Jari, and that's an extra $5 million in cap space. And I was like, man, I don't think you can just already on July whatever be like, oh, 9 months from now, Tristan Jari will be garbage. I think it's way too early to be writing off a guy he's 31 years old. Like, that's not old. There's still plenty of reason to think there's good hockey left in the tank here for Jari.
Which would be so awesome. Like, that is one of the contracts that you're like, if this could just go reasonable. Freddie's the exact same way.
Well, and even, like, let's flash forward now, like, a full 12 months from now. Freddie, it's a one and done for Freddie. He's coming here to try win a Stanley Cup, then he's probably moving on no matter how good or bad it goes. A year from now, if Tristan Jari shows you he's, like, a really good, competent 1B, and then you can sign Devin Levi for, $1.5 million, $2 million, your goaltending's covered for, like, $7.5 million. Like, there's a really, like, Tristan Jari bouncing back is actually kind of important for not just like 1 year, but like the 2-year kind of plan here of like bringing in Devin Levi to eventually be your workhorse number 1. Like, you got to walk before you run with that. And Tristan Jari is an important piece of that kind of plan.
No doubt. And now I just realized we have another Oilers problem this year.
What?
Well, I meant Freddie. We need Trent Frederick's contract to go well. And we got 2 Freddies now because Freddie Anderson. That's going to be confusing all year.
Actually, I don't even know what because I'm not calling Freddie Anderson Andy. That doesn't sound.
That doesn't work.
No, I'm not going to be like, yeah, Andy played good last night. And everyone will be like, who? So he's got to be Freddie still.
Yeah.
But the other Freddie's Freddie as well.
Huh.
What if Frederick Anderson, can we find out his middle name? If it starts with an N, we got a great nickname for him.
Which is?
F&A.
Oh,
hey!
Oh, I love
come
that.
on. And he's Danish, so we need like Niels or Niklas or something.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That's
Does not have a publicly listed middle name.
We'll
so
figure it out.
pretend it's Neil.
So it could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
F&A.
F&A.
Next one, Isaac Howard has a really good season and is dealt for a 30-ish goal scoring rental at the deadline. Take it or leave it. We're talking maybe McCann, DeBrincat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Once you start saying the names, take it. Take it.
Even if it's just for a rental just for this year.
Yeah. I'm that all in on winning this year. Like, this season is that consequential when it comes to keeping McDavid for another year or hopefully a lot of years down the line. And if you're telling me I can get a guy like McCann or DeBrincat in the door for 3 months and for a playoff run, like, these are guys who I think playing next to Connor McDavid have 40 goal potential. DeBrincat scores 40 on Detroit and they stink. So, if Ike Howard comes in and plays really, really well, and there is a bit of like a, if he comes in and plays really, really well and shows he's a 20, 25 goal guy, then you're probably not inclined to trade him. But if he comes in and doesn't play well, then he probably doesn't have the trade value to go get you. Like, there is kind of that whole element of it. But if he's playing well and is proving to be an everyday NHLer, but you can still get a McCann or a DeBrincat. I mean, look at Dickinson and Murphy too, right? You bring them in as pure rentals and they like it and they stick and they re-sign. So the Oilers have a ton of cap space next year. I'd be pretty confident that like if you brought in a DeBrincat or a McCann and it worked, you'd be able to give them whatever you need to give them financially to keep them around. So yeah, I'm kind of over the futures thing. You have a young guy like Matt Savoy, you have a young guy like Vasily Podkolzin. You can move a piece like Ike Howard if it means adding a guy in their late 20s who can score you 30 or 40 goals.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
And the last one, Mike Babcock has only one ugly player relationship situation that goes public this year. Take it or leave it.
Oh, take it. I thought you were gonna hit me with like but it's with
Yeah.
like Matt Savoy or
was
Vasily
gonna say.
Podkolzin, and I would have been like, no, I like those guys. Yeah, like I said earlier, Trent Frederick I think might not have the most fun he's ever had this season. Maybe he will really thrive under Mike Babcock, but yeah, I think there'll be one guy who really gets into his doghouse, and we get some very awkward post-game press conferences where Mike Babcock is very blunt about said player. Like, it'll probably happen. I don't know who it is. It could be Jake Wallman. It could be anybody, really. Like, we go through Mike Babcock's history. It's not, always fourth line guys. Sometimes it's top line guys. Sometimes it's enforcers. Like, he doesn't really have a type necessarily that he picks on. He just, someone eventually works their way into his doghouse. So if it's only one, that's probably a win for the Oilers.
That's big.
All right. Thank you for playing the first ever episode of Take It or Leave It.
That was a
Tyler,
great game.
I really want to shout out the wedding gift you got us. I thought it was really cool because I was talking to Amber at your ace race. Great job, by the way. Very proud of you. We haven't had you on the sauce since.
I'm very upset still, but
I know you're upset, but we were very proud of you. And when Amber was there, I walked up and I hugged her and I said, "Thank you so much for the wedding gift. It was so thoughtful." She's like, "I'm not the thoughtful one." And I went, "What?" And she said, "That's Tyler. Tyler comes up with this stuff." So the wedding
and
gift.
she writes the card because I have bad opinions.
That's fine, but your idea is really cool, so I wanted to let everyone know about it. So there's the card, there's some cash, and then there's something for each of us to enjoy separately.
Gift cards.
It was
to
like a
different
date night
spots.
gift card, and then it was a gift card
Separate.
for you guys to do something on your own. Too, 'cause
Exactly.
that's important.
Yeah.
So you got a Golf Town GC,
Uh-huh.
and I got a spa gift card. I was like, that is so smart.
Yeah, and like $5 gift card to Golf Town will be able to get me a bag of teas.
That was
was
actually
more
just
than
my
that.
way of nudging Ryder and being like, remember, you owe me a round of golf.
Like, wait a minute, spend this on me. With you having less shows in the summer, how many rounds of golf are you hoping to get in before?
I think I'm at 30 now for the year.
30 already.
Good.
I played Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah.
Was the first round after the ace race tough?
The first two were bad.
Yeah.
Like the first round after the ace race was like the worst round I've played in probably 2 years.
And he shot an 88.
Yeah, but it was like ugly, man. Like I couldn't hit anything. I had a couple putts that fell that like kept me below 90. So the first two were rough, but then Tuesday I was smooth. I was dialed in again.
The blisters heal up okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. You can just kind of like see the red
Ah,
marks
yeah.
and stuff. But
Yeah.
like I don't know. I played softball last night. Didn't have to wear batting gloves because my hands are good. I'm back to 100%. I can bounce back. It takes like 3-4 days, but now I'm starting to think about next year. Did you guys hear Waz told me not to do it?
Why did he tell you not
I
to
was
do it?
standing in this doorway and Waz just looks at me. He goes, "I don't think you should do it next year." And I was like, "Oh, why?" And he was like, "I just don't think people are that interested."
Can we throw a poll up in the Saucy Posse chat, please?
He
Boardsy,
was
can
like,
we
"Yeah."
get a
He was
quick
like,
poll?
I think it's kind of lost it. I was like, "All right, thanks, Waz."
But the third time is the charm.
Yeah.
After 3, I could maybe understand.
I
Fourth,
was
you
so
gotta go.
interested in it. I planned to be there for an hour and a half, and I was there for 10 hours.
It was literally the day after our wedding, and Ryder was like, or 2 days, but Ryder's, we get home after going to the ace race. Our plan was to go there, film a video for Olive Garden, who fed us and kept Tyler well fed, delicious. And we were just going to film a video and leave. I was there for 6 hours. We came home. No, I was there for 6. I left to let the dogs out. I came back. We hung out for longer than that. Then we both went home. And then that night we were watching the stream and you said, "I think I got to go back, Lisa. Tyler needs me."
It seemed like the chat, the live chat, was getting a little tired too. I just thought like we needed a little more
Juice.
pizzazz to get
Yeah.
through.
We needed the
the
characters.
doggy hours.
You and
yeah.
Charles were very good
Yeah.
on the mic. You guys kept me going. You guys and Bag Milk were great. So
Sweet. Yeah, I hope you do it next year.
Of course he's going to do it next year, especially after Waz said not to do it.
Did you hear what he did yesterday with the highlight package?
No.
So Lisa, myself, and Waz go out to the world's longest futsal game.
Okay.
And then we return home and open up Oilersnation later on Instagram. And Waz compiled a highlight package of just his plays. We weren't in the video.
It made it look
at
like
all.
we weren't even there.
Well, you didn't make any good plays, is what it
It's
sounds
actually
like.
true. After we bitched about it, he made a reel of us, and then we watched it live on the sauce yesterday, and we went,
Don't post that.
actually, maybe it's better if it is just was.
It's
We were not good.
It's crazy that in my head I was like, damn, I'm playing well. And then I watched the video and I'm like, my hips have no movement when I kick.
You think
Yeah.
you're running so
I
fast,
look
and then
like I'm just going to topple over every
Yeah.
time I swing my leg.
Especially like soccer is a pretty humbling sport in that
Uh-huh.
sense, where like you can tell people who like played at a somewhat high level their whole lives, and then like people who haven't played like however long, 5-10 years, it's like, oh yeah, you lose like that kind of feel really quick.
I didn't even know what foot to kick with. Like I've never played soccer in my life.
I'm pretty much the same age as Cristiano Ronaldo, and it really impressed me that he didn't look worse after seeing me look that
Yeah.
bad.
Well, you played a lot growing up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And but you were a keeper mainly.
No, I was
Oh.
just a keeper for like a couple of years when I was a kid. But yeah, I played pretty much until I was 30, and then a couple
Then I'm
years
sure it
after
wasn't that bad. I'll go watch the video. But like you would have had that like natural, like I didn't play a lot growing up. Then I started playing in like a co-ed league with my buddies that all play soccer, and like I watch them and
Humbling.
the way they can like pick up the ball, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, my ball
can't
control
believe
was okay. It was the kicking motion that in my head I'm like laser beam.
You watch
and then
it back,
I watch
it's
it and I'm
slow
just
mo.
like,
Yeah.
I look like a wooden structure.
The organizers were saying it was so cool seeing all the different people that showed up in the community, especially like Gene Principe, who he called him and said, "Hey, Gene, like we need you." Gene was there in under 30 minutes.
Him and his wife, and they're both really good.
Oh no, he ran the Edmonton Marathon the same year I did, and I was like, "Well, maybe I could keep up with Gene's pace." He was gone.
Not even close. Yeah. Yeah, it is cool to see. The mayor was out. Ashley Callingbull.
Jelena.
Yeah, the world champion boxer. Cool event, and I think that wraps up today.
Yep.
Tyler, thank you very much. Oh, we wanted to talk door-to-door salesman with you.
Yeah,
little bit
I have a
before you leave.
great lie that can get you out of, you know, when like the cable or TV providers come to your door.
You said you've had a bad week.
Yeah, I've had a
Everyone's
ton of them.
knocking.
Like a pest control guy came. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, can you take care of the squirrel I've been beefing with for 5 years? He was like, no, I can't. I was like, then you're useless. Get out of here, buddy. But whenever, you know, like if I'm a TELUS customer and Rogers, like once every 3 weeks will come to your door. And I just look at them. I go, yeah, my wife works for TELUS. You can't beat the employee discount. And they're out. Turn it around the
that's
other way.
great.
That's my number one lie now.
I've got a tip as well that my buddy told me, and it's changed my life. It's okay to not answer the door.
Yeah, I bet you that happened. I always feel bad, and Amber too is always like, "No, go like." But like, I'm sure that happens a ton to them that they're standing there and they can like hear you inside, and you just aren't coming to the door.
They probably secretly kind of like it.
Yeah.
They're probably like, oh, thank God
another
they didn't
house I
answer."
can check off that wasn't home.
Yeah.
But I'll check my doorbell cam, and I can tell if it's, you know, if it's a package, I'll go and answer the door that I have to sign for or whatever. But if it's like kids collecting bottles,
that's
and
great.
I got
Always give
bottles.
a bag of bottles to the
Totally.
kids. Yeah.
Always.
But if it's a guy with a clipboard and
like,
a
it's
colorful shirt on, I'm like, he wants $1 a day from me.
And like, I'm down for charities, but like those ones, like the business ones, you can just be like, I am not interested in your business.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, though.
The charity ones, when you have to be like, no, the kids will be fine without me. Like that's bad. Like that makes me feel terrible.
Yeah.
But I'd rather go, and if I'm going to donate to something, I want to do some research, not just the first person that
So
shows
you
up to
grab
my
a
door.
pamphlet. You say, I'd like to learn more about this.
No.
Can I have a card or
You
whatever?
don't answer the door.
Or don't answer the door. So what are things that you would like to see come door to door? What would entice you to answer the door?
I've been thinking about this, and for me, it's all the jobs that you don't want to do. Like if there was a door-to-door dog shit picker-upper, almost every time I'd be like, I got at least 15 dumps. How much is that costing me?
I spent $90 after the snow melted. It's the best money I've ever spent.
Yeah, I used to have a neighbor who like every 2 weeks just had a guy in an old pickup truck with a garbage bin, pull up to the house, go back, pick it up, gone. And I'm like, yeah, if I ever had a dog, I would be paying for that.
Yeah,
service.
you don't even have to talk to them. They just go through your back gate.
The other one is a knife sharpener. I wish there was door-to-door knife sharpeners, because heading out of the house with 3 butcher knives
To go to White Ave and find parking and
then you're just walking around White Ave with knives.
I didn't even know knife sharpening was that big of a thing.
if you have like those fancy knives, yeah.
It is for, if you have a good knife, you want it Sure, like when mine's right, it can cut through. Like I don't even have to push to cut a tomato.
Yeah.
Can you buy your own knife sharpener for home?
Yeah,
You
it's not
can-
as good.
Like I see people do that. Yeah.
But every like once a year, you're supposed to get proper butcher knives if you use them a lot sharpened.
Yeah, there's a place on White Ave.
Such an annoying job.
Door to door, I would like to see. First of all, I'd like to complain about the ice cream trucks. You're going too fast. You expect me to be able to get to you before you're already on the next block?
Or
How do
even
kids even get to you? In
Make
time?
the decision. That's why they have the sound, though.
Yeah.
Because then you start
Sometimes they're
thinking about
ripping
it.
though.
Yeah.
I'd like a door to door one slice of pizza.
Can you imagine? I was thinking about this. The relief when you're like sitting on the couch and you're like, I do not want to cook. I don't know what I'm going to eat. And then you hear the pizza truck coming and you're like, oh, thank God. That
Door
would be
to door.
the top 5 feeling.
And
Yeah.
just to have one piece, like you're not
That's all I need.
wrecking Friday night pizza night if you have a slice on Wednesday. And it's also not sending it too hard.
Susan just wrote in the chat, a lady where I used to live used to sell tamales out of a baby buggy door to door.
Tamales?
What do those taste like? Is that just corn? What is that?
I think isn't
What's a tamale?
Pepper?
Yeah, I feel like it's a pepper.
Like, why do you need this many peppers that there's a door-to-door service required?
I mean, I'd
maybe, dude.
probably buy a tamale and incorporate it. I don't want to buy a package of 6 because I'll use 2 and the rest will go bad.
A tamale is a dish made of a dough made with corn and stuffed with various savory or sweet fillings. They're
Nothing
wrapped
like a
in a
pepper.
corn husk or banana leaf and steamed until firmed.
So what's the whole hot tamales bullshit about
Yeah.
then?
Hot tamales, hot tamales. I remember that. That was Porky the Pig or whatever had a. Anyway,
What else would you like to see door to door?
What else do I want to see door to door?
okay.
There's a lot of things like, and I feel like because we do this job where like physically we are not pushed, like I'm sure a lot of people are like, I would love a door to door snow shoveler, lawnmower, but like I need to do that stuff to have like some semblance of feeling like a man. Like I need to mow my own grass.
That's true.
So like I don't want that. I don't want anything that takes away like a lot of physical labor from me because I need to do those jobs.
Door to door haircuts.
Oh yes, I would love to have someone who
trim.
could come to my house and cut my hair. It would be unbelievable. Like, and part of it is my attention span being just absolutely ruined by the internet. But I dread the 25 minutes I have to sit in the little hairdressers thing, and it's
Yeah.
worse for ladies. You guys sit there for like 4 hours.
Oh, at least.
Ugh.
Even I got my nails done yesterday. I want to drop my hands off at the salon and leave and come back and get them later. Like it is.
Oh,
It's
but you'd
not
have to live
fun.
with no hands.
I know that would be
I
tough.
prepare speaking points sometimes, like in my car before I get my hair cut, because it's like 25 minutes of small talk. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to hit at the 10-minute mark, the 20-minute mark?
There is another option out there for you fellas.
Get rid of it.
I don't think you look good bald. I would not look good bald. The ears are too big.
Ty, we can't grow beards. That's the problem.
And that's the other thing, too.
That's
You
the
can
problem.
grow a beard, so you're safe. I'm screwed if I go bald.
This is the first time anybody said I could grow a beard.
That's so nice to
Yeah,
hear.
it is nice. Well, it's an okay, yeah.
But it is a beard.
and it's enough that I don't look like a bowling ball.
That's like when Tyler says 88's a bad golf score, and I sit here and I'm just like, okay, that's a beard.
That's a
good
great
golf
point. That is
score.
a great beard by my standards.
I love it.
Thank you for giving us some of your time. We'll get you on again next week. If Thursdays work for you, they work for us.
I'll keep rolling with Thursdays. Why
and,
not?
I like
and then
it.
we still have the TT thing. Tyler Tuesday, Tyler Thursday.
Doesn't roll the same way.
It's not the
but
same, but
it's the summer.
it's only a matter of time before
Yeah.
we're back to Tuesdays.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
ONE today, yes?
No,
No ONE
just
today.
real life today.
Real life today.
Ah.
ONE back tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
Right? Yeah.
There's something on your ear and it's really bothering me. It's like a lotion or something.
Oh, it's just a headphone.
No. There's like if you like grab, there's something like in your ear. What is that? It's like lotion. There you go.
I think it was wax.
What?
That's embarrassing.
There's no way that was wax. It's your lotion from your hands.
All right.
But now it's gone, and now I'm not distracted. I didn't hear a thing Tyler said the entire time he was in here. I'm just kidding.
Just staring at me.
Smash that like button. Thank you so much for supporting the sauce. It means the world to us. Yeah, it's been fun. But yeah, starting next week, Mondays, we will not be here. Just Tuesday through Friday until
September.
Yeah.
Which is okay with me. We are going to be doing more online content, though, so make sure you're following Ryder and Lisa, The Sauce with Ryder and Lisa on YouTube. We got a new Facebook page that we post a bunch of stuff on. the Sauce with Ryder and Lisa there. So you'll be able to find our content.
Boardsy, Christina has a recommendation for you. When you go to get your hair done, you tell them you're tired and you say, I'm just going to close my eyes if you don't mind. Most of the time, they're like kind of also relieved they don't have to talk.
I can't do that.
No.
Like I need to at least talk a little bit. I can't go mute. That's just not in my me.
Could you
have that.
say
True.
I'm in a meeting and put in a headphone and then just listen to
I'm listening
like a podcast?
to an audio book right now. It's research. I have a test.
Yeah.
You know,
could lie.
I think I just have to man up and make small talk. Like
That's
that's
fair.
actually where I'm like, you know what? I can just figure it out for 20 minutes.
You're also one of the most talkative people I've ever met in my life.
It kind of comes naturally, but you got to prepare sometimes. You got to prepare.
How's the dog? Dead.
For me, speaking of,
No, we don't need to get into it.
there's a couple scenes in the Odyssey I wasn't a fan of. I should have done my research. DoesTheDogDie.com.
I'm ending the poll, but 85% of people wanted to see Ace Race Part 3.
And the only other percentage is Waz and his fake accounts.
Suck it, Waz.
What's that 15% about? Just no.
Nope.
Like, the thing to me that's so crazy about the internet is when people will judge so harshly on stuff. And it's like, you know that you can
Just
not
keep
watch
scrolling.
it. Like, it's so easy to ignore things you don't like.
You know that stuff on the internet is free.
Yeah.
You're not paying for it. You don't have to watch it.
I remember back when I was in Bonnieville doing radio, there weren't very many options at that point if you wanted to listen to the radio. And so we'd get a ton of hate. But it's from people that kind of didn't really have many other options. Like, you're either going to listen to a CD all day if you're at work, or you're going to have the radio
Or
on.
Ryder in the morning.
And then as I got to Edmonton, there were so many options that I was like, oh, there's less complaints now.
Or
But
if
I
you
think
don't
it's because
like it,
people
you
just
just
went
switch.
to another station.
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm like, I'm not interested.
Right.
Next.
You don't have to consume this. So like Tyler's Ace Race, just don't
watch it.
Watch it. We did ask though, would you be interested?
True.
So thank you for being honest in this situation.
Well, I was just trying to prove a point that everyone was interested. Then when I saw that 15%, I was like, oh, yeah.
That'll piss him
Some
off.
people aren't
85's not quite enough.
All right. Speaking of golf, though,
I'm going to tell him right now.
Don't tell him. We want you to sign up for our golf tournament. It's going to be so much fun. The Nation Golf Tournament is happening on Friday, August 28th at the Millwoods Golf Course, one of our favorite places to golf. It's such a fun course, and the people there are wonderful. And this is supporting Gregor's Grads, a nonprofit that helps graduates celebrate their big day by providing everything that they need to look and feel their best that day. So nationgear.ca is where you can sign up, and spots aren't going to last. You can also bid to be on certain Nation cruise teams like the Sauce. You can join Ryder and I. You can join Tyler, and it's not Liam.
Pat, I saw his
Patrick
swing
Puff?
in one of the videos. He's got a good swing.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good.
All right. Well, nationgear.ca, that's also where you can go and look at all of our off-season social club gear, which both you and Tyler are wearing it. Are you wearing yours today? You got it on backwards. It looks great. You got the hoodie on. nationgear.ca. Thanks for supporting us.
I had one of my buddies ask, because he's inquiring and wants to put a team in for the golf tournament. He's like, you know what the prizes are? I was like, yeah, being away from your crying kids for an entire Friday. How's
You're
that
welcome.
sound? And also a bunch of really great prizes. But when I've been asked to be in a golf tournament, I've never been like, what's first place? What's the course record?
Especially on a Friday golf tournament in the summer.
Oh, and like, take
What could
that
I win?
Friday off, come golf with us, then you make that a long weekend, and then the next weekend is another long weekend
an
because it's
actual long
Labor
weekend.
Day.
Yeah.
Long week. Then you got back-to-back long weekends rolling into September.
That's
just
how you end the summer.
hell
That's how you cap it off.
yes.
And a little bit of Buck Hunter. That's what you have, right?
Yeah.
I want
Buck
that.
Hunter
I
at the
want that.
house for the after party.
We
If-
might even inquire with Greta and steal some more. Maybe there'll be an entire arcade at that point.
I mean, we'll have to probably start answering the door from the energy companies and getting some discounted rates.
Speaking of door to door, that's funny. Someone in the chat said that they miss when kids would go door to door selling their chocolate covered almonds for their sports teams. Your daughter has a full case still. Mm-hmm.
I've
should
just
go
been
door to
eating
door.
them.
Yeah,
I've been literally just eating them slowly. Because I'm like, $3, not bad. For not having to leave the house, I'll just eat a box of almonds. And so it's supposed to be, because it offsets, right? So the ball fees, let's say they were $200. I don't know exactly what her ball fees
So you're not selling them to raise money for the team. This is just to make up for money you've personally already spent, correct?
So yeah, it's $200. If you buy into the chocolate things, you pay $250, but there's $90 worth of chocolates.
Oh.
So the team gets an additional $50, and you get $40 off your fees.
So how much with this $90 worth of chocolate is left?
Probably half. Like, we've probably eaten half. I had one buddy buy some, and then he didn't leave money. So he actually just stole some.
He just ate some. But then he had another buddy that, like, left a $10 bill on the counter and took just one box that was,
right.
what, like 12 almonds in it?
Well, that's a nice friend. Thank
That's a
you,
good
Ryan.
friend. But obviously, there's a demand for it. Because there's people in the chat saying, I wish kids would come door to door with their chocolate-covered almonds.
I know, but if you guys come here, I can bring them and sell them here. I'm not going door to door to all the saucy.
You're just going to sit
posse.
here with your feet up on the table waiting for people to come knocking for 12 chocolate almonds?
Yeah, that's the thing, too. It's $3, but when you open it, you're like, oh, so 50 cents an almond.
Almonds are expensive.
I think we got Rick that's ready to roll in. Yeah, let's grab him before, because I know he gets busy at 10. We just want a quick tee up to the big CFL game tonight.
All right, so yeah, Rick is going to be joining us shortly here, and he's a presentation of Yeg Property Pros. If you are in the market to buy a house, to sell your home, if you want to rent, whatever it is, Yeg Property Pros, home to more than 30 team members, one of the largest and highest producing teams in the region, and you can contact them for a free home evaluation, no obligation, and if you're looking to buy, sit down for a free consultation, no obligation. They have residential, commercial services. Yeg Property Pros, leading with a combined 28 years of experience, and they're the top 5% on Sales Edmonton Real Estate Board. For more information, yegpropertypros.com. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
So I feel like home field advantage, definitely a thing when you're talking football, because if the home team is rowdy, they can get on the opposing team's offense.
Get under their skin.
It makes it tricky. You can't understand play calls as much when the crowd is rowdy. The Elks taking on the Riders in Saskatchewan tonight, and then back here at Commonwealth on August 1st. Just looking at Rick's outfit today, he is the home field advantage.
How's that?
Like, you just look like you're loud, ready to get rowdy.
Oh, buddy, I'm usually loud.
I
think everybody in this office knows that.
It's the best, though. Going to a sports event with Rick, it's next level.
Can I just say, we were at the Elks game last week, and Cooper was sitting with us. Rick was sitting a couple rows in front of us, and Rick, being his classic self, screaming at everybody, being the best fan. I mean this in the most complimentary way.
Yes.
Loudest fan.
Coop was just like, so is he always like this? And then Menzies asked me 20 minutes later, he's like, so, like, is Rick just the loudest guy in the building? I'm like, oh, yeah, he is, man. You should see him at an Oiler game.
And then he always loses his voice and can't talk for 3 days after a game.
It's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
And do you have season tickets?
No, we don't. We just kind of grab whatever game we can go out there for.
So we should find out where you're going to be sitting August 1st so that the saucers can come and surround you and also be loud.
Yeah, so that one's going to be a little bit difficult, I think, because it is Saskatchewan. So I do anticipate it being like a full barn to the point where they may consider opening the top.
I really hope so.
At least on the east side where the cameras can see. So we'll see what happens for that one. But normally we just find a place to go, and then I just work our way down to like row one and do our thing from there.
Get real loud.
You were saying that Ryder never comes around to your area and throws you mini footballs. What's up with that?
Not the football thing, because normally we just give them to the kids anyways.
That's
being
true.
row one, they just come down. They pop out of nowhere. But no, actually, you haven't come around a couple times now. You haven't done the full circle.
What's up with that?
You know what? To be fair, though, I can't get hold of Gazzola either.
Yeah.
He walks by and he works hard not to look. Like, I'm not a quiet person. There's no way he can't hear me.
He definitely can hear you. He's
Yeah.
just being his shy self.
He is.
So I do the one side mainly and then come over to the other corner for the fire truck race. And then I try to make sure I walk back after the fire truck race the other way so I can say what's up to that side of the crowd. But sometimes I forget.
Yeah, I mean, you've had the family down there the last couple times, right? So I think that's why you're over there. But yeah, no, we actually went down and sat in the Elksnation section there last time.
Sweet.
So you got to find out. Do you know where they are?
Yeah.
Zed or Y?
Find them in Zed.
Y.
And sometimes I'm over in that area because they'll have kids football teams in that area, and I'll sit with them to do like hype up stuff or do the fight song with them.
Maybe we need some rollerblades. What can get you around there a little bit quicker? Maybe a hoverboard. How sick would that be if the in-stand announcer had a hoverboard?
Or like, Job off of Arrested Development.
The Segway thing.
The Segway where he just leans forward and then goes over to the next. I like getting the steps there, though.
That's fair.
Some of my best steps of the week.
You have to get those in.
Let's
So-
talk football.
Yeah, let's
Let's
talk
talk
football.
football.
So big game tonight. Obviously, it's going to be, I think, a sold-out crowd, especially with like their tributes they're going to be doing tonight. It's going to be quite busy in there and passionate. Can we get it done, though?
Tonight's going to be a tough one. We're missing like the three biggest parts of our offensive line, the center,
Yeah.
both guards beside him. That's going to set up a real issue on the offensive line. It's going to make it tougher for Rankin to run. It's going to make it tougher for Jarda to do his thing. It's only a 4-point spread, I believe it is. I mean, nothing says it. Never say never, but it'll be tough. They can get it done though. You
So-
find a way to win.
Rough Riders are 4-1. We're 5-1, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're correct.
That's right.
Yep.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There is a chance. There is a
Yeah,
chance.
they're
There's
both
always a chance.
very heavy hitters in the West this year.
Yeah.
The next 3 games are
Huge.
Rough Riders in Mosaic, Rough Riders at Commonwealth, and then taking on Montreal.
Yes.
So at this point, we're 5-1. A lot of our wins have been really close. Is this the part of the season we find out how for real this team is?
Yeah, like I said, there is a lot of injuries going into this game, so I think it's going to play a little bit of part in it. But you got to get through injuries, right? But yeah, this 3 games is going to be a huge test for them, whether they're healthy or injured. Notwithstanding, it's going to be tough.
What would a number for the amount of people in attendance be that you think is a big win for August 1st? Because we're going to try
Close
to
to
really
30.
promote that. Yeah,
Close to 30.
Getting up to 30.
Yeah, for sure. All you got to do is pray for weather. If we can get the nice weather, it's a
Yep.
Saturday game. It's 5 p.m. Excuses are out the door at that point. Nice weather. There's no reason why you can't fill that joint.
Rain or shine, though, because when there was that soccer game at Commonwealth, that was probably some of the worst weather I've ever seen. I wasn't there, but like your daughter was in attendance, and as much as the weather was miserable, the crowd was so busy.
Yeah, that was a you can't miss it event, especially if you're a soccer fan, though. Whereas what
Fair.
the Elks struggle with is like people will be like, "Oh, I'll just go to next game." You know what I mean? Because we play.
And they do such a good job with the telecast with TSN.
That's
that
right.
When you're there, you do miss an element of being being on your couch watching it on TV. But then when you're watching it on TV on your couch, you're missing an element of being there. So it's a bit of a
100%.
trade-off.
Looking at the 14-day forecast right now.
Okay, tell us.
Mainly sunny with a few clouds and 25 degrees.
That's
That's
perfect.
perfect.
That couldn't
perfect.
be better. 5
Yeah.
p.m. start, 25 degrees. Let's go.
Also, it's Alberta. Like, if it rains that morning, that doesn't mean it's going to be miserable at night.
Good point.
Changes every 20 minutes.
That is one thing I've fallen into the last couple of years. Is like, you know what? It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. No, we're not going anymore. 6 p.m. It is clear blue. I've already made my decision though, and for the last hour, I was sitting there kicking myself.
Yep.
So BC game there the other night, it did say there's a very good chance it's gonna rain. I was like, dang it. But you know what? I'm gonna go anyways, and weather worked out.
It was
It was
perfect.
beautiful, yeah. Where can people find you today? What
Yeah,
do
what's
you got
going on?
on the plate?
We're gonna do Wanye's World today, but he's running behind another half an hour, so we got some time there. We got O&R to do tomorrow. We have Elks Central tomorrow morning to cover the game. Elks 101 on Monday, like every Monday. You can find me at the old bar. There's some places downtown that are still thriving right now, so it is not doom and gloom for everybody. But yeah, some guys are still doing well, so you can come out and find us this weekend. We've got the Jelly Roll concert and Post Malone. Everything should be going off this
Oh my
weekend.
gosh.
Pray for the weather. Patio open. It'll be a good night. Good
Hell
weekend.
yeah.
I love it. The Pint downtown if you want to go see Rick and say hi.
Thank you for giving us some of your time. We appreciate it. And
pleasure,
thank
guys.
you for supporting the Elks so thoroughly. It's awesome to have this fan base really embracing this team. And I know that you were rocking and rolling the whole way.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the doors are open to come on in. If it's been a minute since you've been cheering for the Elks, come get loud at Commonwealth. Buy your tickets now.
Go early. Check out the tailgating. Walk
Yeah.
around. There's live music. There's booths. Like
The
there's
tailgate's
food.
pretty
There's
cool, man. Everyone's very nice out there. They're just giving you food. They've
Yep.
got a little booze out there. It's nice to get there. You get an empty train then, right? You're not getting squished on the train. Everyone going their last second. Go there, have a
Exactly.
little bit of fun. They do it with college football. It looks awesome. We have a small version of it, but it's awesome.
But it's still great.
I don't think there's a more generous community than the tailgating community, too. You walk around and people are just offering you things, and you're like, what world am I living
especially
in?
at when you're playing the Roughriders, the amount of Roughrider fans that are there that have like their like boozy watermelon, and they're just like, come on in, let's do a shot ski. It's so much fun.
It is a nice amount of compassionate fan base where, like, we hate the Riders. It's going to be an intense game.
But it's still so fun.
And the fan bases are going to be like, but
Your
in the
friends
CFL, you're still like,
Your
I love the
friends till
CFL too.
till the clock starts ticking down. Your friends, and then once the clock stops ticking, give it an hour or so, then you can be friends again. But yeah, once the game is on, no friends.
Yeah.
Before, you're all good. After, give it a little bit of breathing room, and then you're back to being friends again. They're on their tractors going home at that point, anyways.
Thanks, Rick. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, much love. Thank
Have
you so
yourself
much.
a good day and a busy ass
He
weekend.
is busy, working very hard behind the scenes here.
So the Elks taking on the Rough Riders tonight at Mosaic, and then, like we said, back on home turf on August 1st. We should get an Elk on with us next week, maybe. Fire up the...
When are you gonna like cozy up with the coach? Get him in here, man.
Yeah, Mark Killam would be a...
You've got some pull. Like
Well,
you're
I
a big
know.
deal around there.
I'm uncomfortable asking.
I'll do it.
Well, you don't have pull. So we're in a weird position.
You gotta ask, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta ask.
That would hit.
Well-
I wonder if he's done I think he's done Elksnation.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know they'd say yes.
Why are you being so shy about it?
Grow a pair right
Get
now.
Bordsy to do it.
Come on.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. Just
He'll-
needed a little pep talk.
Bordsy would be like the Kool-Aid man. He'd be just like slamming through the wall, being like, all right, when can we get you on the sauce? All right, we need to talk about the Edmontonian that has made international news. Paula Findlay won her debut full distance 226-kilometer Ironman triathlon in New York City. From Edmonton, she won first place, her first time doing something like this.
No shit.
First place?
Imagine being that fit.
No, truly, she is quite the athlete. So this happened on July 19th. The entire thing took her, let me just make sure I'm not saying this wrong. The marathon leg of it, under 3 hours. 2 hours and 55 minutes to run 42 kilometers. Now, to put this into perspective, I did the half marathon, 21 kilometers, and it took me over 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's an athlete.
Crazy.
Insane.
And to just kind of stumble into it
She
and
was
be
like,
that
yeah,
good.
whatever. It was 226 kilometers, the entire thing. First place in Edmontonian in New York City. So we're very proud
Yeah.
of Paula Findlay. Maybe we can get her on the sauce at some point too.
It's like that kid in your gym class who didn't play your favorite sport, but is just so gifted at everything that they're like, yeah, we'll play for gym class. And like, let's say it's basketball. And they put up 36 points and
Yep.
you put up 6. And you're like, I've been on my driveway every day trying to work on this shot. And they just school the shit out of you. Respect. That's
Respect.
awesome.
Yeah, Brett Duncan. That's the kid's name I remember. Yeah,
You
yeah.
do.
Everybody remembers. I can like physically. Right when you said that, I'm like, yeah, he didn't play volleyball, basketball, nothing, and he kicked my ass in every.
That
one
was
of them.
his real name. You're not making a pun. His
Brett-
last name's Duncan,
Brett Duncan. 2 first names. Can't trust a guy like
but
that.
like dunk in, like that to me. I
Oh.
thought you meant like it was like a fake pun.
They
for,
just called him Duncan. Yeah.
Dunks.
Jordan McLaren was the kid from
See, everybody knows.
my
Yeah.
class who
Chat,
just
share it. Who was the one you hated?
the person that was just good at everything when it
way
came
better
to
than
sports.
and way better than what you were dedicated to. 'Cause
Courtney Fowler,
yeah.
Scott Lefebvre, Brittany Walsh.
We used to do this thing in my school, and like everybody does it, like the turkey trots kind of thing, the beginning of the year. So it was like the elementary kids would race each other, and the winner of the male-female gets a turkey. And then junior high was the same thing.
Like a real turkey?
Yeah, you go on the bus back with a huge ass turkey for Thanksgiving. It was an awesome thing we did. And Sam Steele, who plays on the Dallas Stars
Yeah.
right now, is what, 3-4 years younger than me. And when I was in elementary, and I'm like in grade 6, so I'm at the, like, that's your year to win. I think he was in grade either 2 or 3, and he kicked my ass by a mile. And then when we were in junior high, he was still in elementary and still beat all of us, every one of us. And then now it makes sense why he's playing in the National Hockey League.
Well, and no wonder he grew up to be big enough to play in the National Hockey League
that
with all that
protein.
turkey.
I'd say he's really bringing home the bacon, literally. In elementary, he's feeding his family for Thanksgiving every year.
Me and my brother came home with nothing on the bus. He came home with turkeys every year.
I just got shin splints. I never won. I like had to sit out. It would be track and field day, and I'd be like, "Can I get a note from my parents?"
Right.
But yeah, you'd watch those athletes: Courtney Fowler, Scott Lefebvre. Give a couple more full names of the best at track and field.
It's just the one to me that pisses me off because he didn't play soccer and I did. And then when we'd play soccer in recess, I was like, this is where I get to show the ladies what's up from my hometown, you know? And then Jordan would come and play and just dummy us. Okay, so she won the Ironman in New York, but I think that's a nice segue into what's happening in Edmonton because she's an Edmontonian. So why don't we get into that next, which is a presentation of River Cree Resort and Casino, July 30th, 8 p.m., Street Heart and Lee Aaron at the River Cree. Since the band's inception in 77, Street Heart has always prided itself on presenting its music with the highest level of skill, energy, and execution, and the current lineup has delivered on its promise to continue that long tradition of musical excellence. And Lee Aaron, a heavy hitter as well, one of Canada's most iconic vocalists, songwriter, producer, and fearless reinventor, one of the very first women in writing and performing hard rock, releasing her first album, The Leanne Project, at the age of only 19. You got to be 18 plus to get into this bad boy. Tickets available now at rivercreeresort.com or at the River Cree box office.
Okay, so obviously with the Jelly Roll concert, like Rick was talking about, and Post Malone, it's going to be bumping this weekend. So just giving you that heads up that a lot of people, maybe even traveling into Edmonton to see that concert at Commonwealth.
Tons.
So if you're going out for dinner on Friday or Saturday, because are they doing back-to-back concerts?
Yeah.
Is it Friday and
Friday
Saturday?
and Saturday, yeah.
You're going to want to book those reservations to make sure you get a seat wherever you're going.
Good point. Maybe celebrate Coliseum Steak and Pizza as they're celebrating 50 years in the city.
Book a rezo.
Get a rezo there. Get
Or
that spaghetti in you.
drink Greta Dry. That's the one thing I also recommend this weekend.
So you're going to be there Saturday.
I'll be there Saturday night. Saucy Posse wants to come down. We will have an evening. I think I've already talked to the Greta staff. I think they're pulling out the red carpet. So let's go.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
even you guys should come by
We're away this weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe we should come back early. Go to Greta.
for Greta.
Can you imagine like leaving a family event at a cabin that everybody's like bringing food to?
We leave Charlie there
Why
with
do
my
you-
parents. We're
Why
like,
do you guys
"Peace."
have to leave?
Wicked
For
tuna
work.
machines calling my name back at Edmonton.
Could say
Gotta
it
get
is a
one last
work
ride.
event.
Yeah, they
No,
know now
don't
that we
leave
said
your
it on
family
the show.
barbecue.
Okay, so this isn't something that's happening in Edmonton, but it's close enough that we need to be aware of it. A car salesperson was robbed at gunpoint in Red Deer recently while taking a customer for a test drive. Near the end of the test drive, before they park back at the car dealership, this 33-year-old guy pulls out a gun and says, "I'm taking this car, get out." And then they find him. The police end up finding him because he's driving like 140 kilometers an hour on the road.
And it's assholes like this that make us have to jump through so many hoops because now that dealership
Oh
will
my
need your
gosh.
ID. They'll be scanning
Well,
your
they take it
birth
anyway.
certificate.
They do take your ID.
Well, then they
anyway.
would have known who the guy was.
Yes. Well,
Maybe he just didn't care.
I'm not sure. I don't know the full story, but
Maybe
we
he had
not?
fake ID.
yeah,
Hey?
that's my guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, would there be a license plate on the vehicle? Yes. Haven't test drove a vehicle in a while. Anyway, scary situation. I feel so bad for the staff who now, like, as a car salesperson, you're like, oh, now I have to be scared of. I guess when you are taking someone for a test drive, though, you are driving around with a stranger. We were talking about having to have those weird conversations with the person cutting your hair. Imagine being at a red light with a complete stranger. Mm-hmm. I guess the salesperson, they have all of these like lines in their head that they're promoting everything in the vehicle. So
Sure.
they kind of have their monologue ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wonder if they knew this person was sketchy halfway through that test drive.
Yeah. Or like, is that a gun in his pocket? You know?
You're going to have full-on body pat-downs before test driving a
Jesus.
vehicle
Well, that's
now.
what I mean by it's stories like this that all of a sudden everything that everybody does has to be more complicated. The first asshole that snuck something through airport security. Thanks a lot.
Wow, thanks.
Now I can't just walk on a plane. Like, think about it.
Yeah,
You used to be able to just walk on the plane.
not anymore.
And then finally, what's happening in Edmonton, just expect some price changes to things that you're used to paying a certain amount for with the ongoing trade war. It sounds like Canada's not going to just bend over to Trump's demands right now. So with that, as we've seen in the past with these tariffs and whatnot, there can be drastic changes. So whether that's at the liquor store or the sporting goods store, as they said they're going to be putting a tariff tax on hockey equipment and liquor.
Sounds very
Targeted.
specific.
They're like, how do we piss off all the Canadians at once?
It sounds like Trump went onto ChatGPT and said, "What do they like?"
Hockey sticks and whiskey.
And I'll be honest, he hit the nail on the head.
He
'Cause
really
that
did.
pisses me off.
I
It
mean,
pisses a lot of people
I
off.
like both of those things a
Coming to
lot.
my identity.
On anything that I get excited to buy when I get home, it's a brand new hockey stick and a bottle of whiskey.
And if you're also looking for things to do in and around Edmonton, last but not least, we've got K-Days still going on. We've got Taste of Edmonton.
Yeah.
Go explore all of these incredible dishes.
You know what I like about Taste of Edmonton? I think my favorite part about it is that there's been numerous times I've tried something at a restaurant and then I'm like, oh, I need to go to that restaurant.
I want to learn more.
And then you have a new favorite spot for a while. Or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You actually have, when you're like, where should we go for dinner? You remember the sandwich you had at Taste of Edmonton and you try to seek that place out.
I was leaving the world's longest futsal game, and we were on the K-Days grounds for that out of the Expo Center, and I couldn't see what was happening around the corner, but I could hear sounds, and it sounded like people were fighting. I'm like, no, not again. Like, break it up. I come around the corner. There's a full-on wrestling match happening in the middle of the day at K-Days.
Oh, like a planned one.
A planned one, and it
Yeah.
was epic. Like a free wrestling show to just go watch outdoors was iconic.
Yeah, K-Days, if you need a break from the sun, if it gets pretty hot this weekend too, like go into the Expo Center. There's lots of stuff that's shaking down there all the time and whatnot.
All in all the different halls, there's something that seems to be happening.
For the people that say there's never anything going on in Edmonton, you're
Wrong.
wrong. You just got to go find it. And yeah, parking might be a bitch. Big deal. It is everywhere in every city where things happen. And take public transit too. That'll save you a little bit of time.
That's a good point. If you don't like the parking sitch in Edmonton, try and go to any metropolitan city in North America and tell me how much more you like Edmonton parking. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, get over it.
All right, let's get into 3 stars of anything, and we want to hear from you as well. As today's theme, it's Mini Friday. Pretty sure the next Riverhawks game, it's like Margaritaville themed or something. So booze is on some people's minds, and that could equal a hangover. So today's theme for 3 stars of anything, we're counting down the top 3 worst things that you have to do with a hangover. If you've been there, done that, we want to hear from you in the YouTube chat, okay?
I believe you won yesterday, Lisa.
I did.
So you get first overall pick.
My first overall pick for top 3 worst things you have to do with a hangover is take a bus somewhere, speaking of public transit, or any type of like traveling when it's really hot as well. Like, let's say you're getting on a bus or a train and the AC isn't working. When you're hungover,
Yeah, I don't think there's anything worse to add to yours, which was going to be one of mine, but that's fine. Flying when you're deathly hungover because you feel like your equilibrium's screwed up too. So you do the thing where you like fall asleep and you're sweating and then you like wake up. And
It's
you're like,
horrible.
Where am I? Get me off this. Goddamn.
and then the flight attendant hands you that little bag of pretzels and you're like, can I even eat this?
Right.
Or am I going to barf?
They hand me my little glass of Coca-Cola and I'm just shaking.
And
Not good,
ginger
not good.
ale, helpful, and
Ginger
also
ale.
very popular on flights for some reason.
Yeah, what's up with that? I would like to know the statistics of how much ginger ale is sold on a flight.
More ginger ale, like as a choice per capita, it's got to be quadruple. I have like friends and family that never drink ginger ale. You get on a flight, so what you want? The other one?
It's for tummy though, like you're uncomfortable or you're like nauseous, right?
The other one is Clamato juice, just straight up Clamato juice. People order that on flights so much, and I've never seen somebody just like drinking a glass of clam. That's not in a Caesar with a beer. I mean, I used to when I was a kid. I loved Clamato, but on flights, it's like
They love it.
I'll get the can of that small blue Mott's on ice, please.
Not even on ice. Sometimes they eat it or drink it
Kinda eat
room
it.
temperature.
Kinda eat
It's
it.
kind of food, yeah. All right, so that's my first overall pick. Worst things to do hungover, travel.
Bordsy, you're up next.
All right, for me, and this is not something from experience, but I mean, I'm going for hungover. Any customer service job that you have to do. If you have to deal with people, and especially in customer service, the customer is always right. I know that I am so irritable, and like the smallest things can just pick at me when I'm hungover. So dealing with other people, never the ideal scenario.
And
so
when you have to be nice.
that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You have to just kind of get walked all over and just smile and take it.
And some people can sniff out if you're not feeling well, and they'll be
Literally,
extra
they'll
hard
smell
on
it
you.
on you still.
Like, we have a buddy who drives like an asshole when he's around a student driver because he's like, they need to learn. And I'm like, you're just,
That's just being a dick.
mean.
you're being a total prick. But that's the same kind of people that when they can tell that the customer service agent isn't feeling tip top and maybe it's their own fault, tie in a little
Pick
bit.
a little bit more. at it.
Exactly.
Yep. So any customer service job.
I'm going to go with
like
something that's already came up on the show today once, picking up dog shit, cleaning the yard.
You're not doing that when you're hungover. You're holding
Sometimes
that
you
off.
have to. Like this summer, there's been pockets where it's like, if I don't cut the lawn now, I may never be able to cut it again.
Right. It'll break the lawnmower
Because
if you wait longer.
so with the lawn, you're not going to mow the lawn with turds everywhere. Picking up dog dumps.
Ew. I don't know if you're going to get a lot of votes. I feel like a lot of people aren't doing that when they're hungover. They're holding off. They're letting the lawn grow. They're that hungover. My second overall pick for worst things to do when you have a hangover. Can I say work? Or is that like too close to customer service?
Yeah, I would say that.
I think I need to pivot. Okay. So my second overall pick is rallying with your friends. Let's say it's a weekend away and you get a little too turned up on the first night. Then the next day you're doing some sort of group activity or anything where it involves like you're still celebrating something, but all you want to do is lay in bed and you can't. So that's my second overall pick. Having to rally hungover if hair of the dog doesn't work for your body type. Hell.
I was going to say that's like the only thing I enjoy when I'm really hungover
Oh.
is giving it another shot.
Not me.
I was going to be like, hair of the dog makes it a great day. Makes it no longer a hangover.
It
to be
just
honest with
pushes
you.
it back one more day, though.
Yeah.
I'm realizing.
It
Like,
gets like 1.5x the next carries over. There's
Yeah.
rollover minutes. There's rollover minutes.
I did hear a quote about drinking, which I thought was pretty valid, where when you party really hard, you're just stealing happiness from the next day. And that is a pretty valid point.
Very accurate.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my second pick, hosting a big event or hosting anything, something that you're already feeling a little anxious about, and maybe it's the same reasoning why flying sucks when you're hungover, but if you already have anxiety and you add a little hangxiety to the mix.
Like maybe you are like hosting family for a brunch
Right. Yeah, it's
and you can't cancel it.
like I've done one Elks game when it was my buddy's stag the night before, and I tried to get in there for an afternoon game, and it was awful. Like you're just
You're shaking.
it's like never again. All right, on to round 3.
Nope. Boardsy has to do 2, I think,
Oh.
still.
Yeah.
bad.
My second pick is a funeral. Going to a funeral hungover. Wouldn't recommend it. I said I've done this one time, but it was a celebration of life. So it was an open bar type situation thing. But kind of explains itself there. You do not want to be hungover at a funeral. You don't want to look like shit. You don't want to smell like shit.
Is there something about like at least I'm doing better than that guy?
I mean,
No.
yeah, I guess. But you just feel guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
respecting them properly.
That's true.
Now, the celebration of life, those tend to involve liquor. So, like, that kind of... But I wouldn't recommend.
Okay,
Recommend something? No, wouldn't be on my list.
That's so good. You're going to get some votes for that one.
Worst things to do when you're hungover, round 3, Lisa.
Okay, so my round 3, I'm pivoting, obviously, but when you still lived at home and you had to help your parents with something, like let's say you had to like clean out the storage room, clean out the garage, help them build a deck, and you are so hungover. Horrible. And it's your parents, and they know you're hungover, so they make you work twice as hard.
Yeah.
Not fun.
No, it's true.
A lesson to be learned.
They're just like the guy driving behind the student driver, where they're
like, what can I do to make this day worse for you?
Boardsy, round 3, what do you got?
I'm going again. I thought it was you.
Yeah, it's your turn.
My turn. I would say parenting, especially when they're little.
Tell the story.
I once had to throw up while holding my kid, and she was scream crying at me.
So were you standing over the
I
toilet?
just had to like stand, throw up.
That
'Cause
is.
I couldn't lean forward or
That's a
she'd
low.
fall with me.
That's a low.
Yeah, it was. I probably took a month off after that from even touching a beer.
Dad of the year, though. Dad of the year.
Way she goes sometimes, I guess.
It's not always going to be pretty.
It's not always going to be pretty, but...
Parenting hungover does sound atrocious.
And you add diapers into that? Like when we talked about dog shit, you can push it off for another day.
Yeah.
You know when you can't do that?
A baby
It's
in
when
a
there's
diaper.
a full diaper. And puke. And food up.
The smell of the milk. Like everything about it, I'm just...
Yeah.
I need a cold, dark, quiet bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had kids and I was hungover, you can't do that.
Once they get to a certain age, you can start tricking them. Like I had one where I figured out there was a window of time when I'd tell Charlie, hey, I'm going to go and have a little nap. And when I wake up, we've got some chores to do. She would let me sleep for hours.
I don't want to do chores.
Yeah. She'd get a movie on and be like, I ain't waking him up because then we have to do chores.
That is brilliant. That's a great recommendation for those of you that have young kids at home.
And just need a nap. This isn't necessarily just for partying.
Yeah,
This
maybe
is
you
sometimes
just
you
want
need
a break.
nap. And if you've got a 7-year-old that you know can watch TV and take care of themselves for a couple hours.
You say, I'm having a quick nap when I wake up. I'm putting you to work. And then they leave you alone for hours.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully they can like manage without you though, right? We're going with an age where they can grab their own snacks. They're a safe distance away that they can yell for help.
Jamie the Knight says, I don't miss the hangovers. Yeah, I can understand that. That would be one of the like real nice things about if you quit completely.
My
It's
sister
just
doesn't
never
drink.
having to deal with that again. When
My
you feel like
s-
shit,
yeah.
you're just like sick.
My sister
That's
doesn't
it.
drink anymore because she'll have like one Coors Light and it ruins the next day for her. So her body's just not built for liquor. So
Can't imagine.
she can't do it.
Yeah.
Those hangover days are just write-off days where you wake up and you go, I'll just try again tomorrow. This is a wash. I'm going to order DoorDash twice today.
Twice.
Take 2 naps. Look in the mirror and just hate yourself. Jamie, you're not missing much on the hangover.
Or you do like the tour of fast food. Like you get in your car once and you're like, hey, I'm going to go to Wendy's to get this dish. Then I'm going to head to McDonald's. We've all done it.
And I feel better, though, because I didn't order it from those spots. I went and got it.
Yep.
That's my activity for the day.
I do have a buddy who got sober, and he said he does miss the hangover days.
Why?
Occasionally. Like, not often.
Not the feeling.
But he said, like, when you feel like shit, maybe your buddy stayed over, you're recapping the night before, you get shitty food, and you don't
Afternoon
feel
movie.
guilty about it.
Yep.
Watch a movie, and you just feel like junk.
What's that movie quote? I feel bad for people that don't drink because that's the best they're going to feel all day. Or something along
Something
those
like
lines. This is
that.
a movie quote. I don't know. All right. Are we all done our top 3?
No, I believe Boardsy has one more.
Yes.
I got one more. Another one from personal experience. Being a mascot was the worst thing I've
that's
ever
a
had to
really
do.
good pick.
Hungover. So it was at the Riverhawks. I had to be River. And in the helmet, normally in these helmets, right, there's fans in them. Like for the most, the good mascot suits these days have a mini fan in it. This one happened to be broken. It also happened to be like July 28th or something like that. And the mascot guy didn't show up. Me being me, I was like, I'll do it. I'll take an hour or two. Like, no, do not recommend. It's just you come out of it like you took a shower. Your head's pounding. It combines kids being everywhere around you, screaming,
You
grabbing
have to pose with them in
yelling.
pictures, high five them.
I had to like go out on the field and like do some physical activity stuff, and it was
All the while
worst decision.
smelling the last 3 people that were in their sweat.
And yourself and your breath and your because it's your thing's right there. Do not recommend that as well.
That might be the best pick
You're gonna win.
ever made.
I'm hungover a lot, so.
I cannot
Funeral was a
frigging
true
imagine.
story for Boardsy. Mascot, true story.
Customer service, I was only a pizza boy. That's the only customer service I ever had. But like if you had to work in like retail or be a waiter,
Yeah.
No. I was a waiter, and I was really hungover one day that I didn't serve a single table. I had a day shift on a Saturday after going out on the Friday, and I paid the other waitress
To take your tables.
to take my tables. And when my boss found out that I was just in the back laying down, like crying, he was pissed.
Yeah, of course. He's paying you.
Well, and they're not getting as good of service because this poor girl was working the entire restaurant.
She was probably pumped, though.
Yeah, she made a lot of money.
Big
I
day.
didn't think she liked me. Her name is Andrea. Anyway, top 3 worst things you have to do with a hangover. Mine was taking transit or traveling when it's super hot or you can't control the weather. Having to rally with your friends at some sort of an event. And having to help your parents with work around the house.
I went with picking up dog doo-doo, hosting anything or something that gives you anxiety that it's just going to get a whole bunch worse, and parenting.
Boardsy, what were your top 3 answers?
parenting's a good one because my honorable mention was babysitting. But I get to leave eventually. So that's
True.
the thing about that. Mine was any customer service job, a funeral, and being a mascot. I'll start the poll.
Please start the poll. Yeah, looking after young kids seems to be the number 1 answer in the YouTube chat. Someone said having to play soccer, like any type of sport you have to do.
Yeah, although I think once you sweat it out a bit, you feel a lot better and you're pounding Gatorades. Maybe you get into the sports beer.
They do say, you got to break down what sports beer is, but they do say like getting up and going to the gym or doing something the next day can kickstart like you getting.
You need to get the blood moving. If you make that mistake,
I lay all day.
all day you rot. Whereas I'm like, if I get up and start moving, even if I have to come back and have a nap, it'll be way better.
It's getting the sweat on. Lance here just threw in a good one. Cleaning up the party the next morning.
Ew.
That sucks when everything's sticky and smelly and
Or like if you rent a hall, for example, for a wedding.
An Airbnb and you have to like scrub the toilets for some reason. Why do they make us do that?
But if you rent a hall for a wedding and then you have to go back and clean up the entire wedding before.
the day after the wedding venue, yep, that's always sucks.
How about one I didn't put on the list, but I just thought of? The bus from your resort to the airport.
When she was talking about
Ew.
traveling, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking in my head. After 7 days at an all-inclusive and the AC's down and you're just sweating buckets.
Your
And
guts
you've
are
got-
spinning anyway.
You have all your luggage.
oh.
Oh, it's horrid.
And then getting through the airport line only to get on a plane that you don't want to be on. Yeah, it could keep me from traveling.
Do you want to break down what sports beer is for those that don't know? You came up with this.
Well, I had a buddy who recommended it, and then I just
Oh.
gave it a name. But sport beer is when you start with a Gatorade, and then you just, every sip, you just fill the empty sip with beer. And then about half and half, Gatorade and beer is so good together. And I tried
It's
to
alright.
market it. No, it's really good together. It is. Like beer you can put orange juice, you can put clam, you can put tomato juice.
I put Mountain Dew in a beer on Liam's bachelor party. Oh my Lord, was it good.
That's a redneck beer right there.
Yeah, hell yeah. Beer, that's a redneck beer garita.
Yeah. We'd be drinking that at the Riverhawks game, maybe.
But yeah, sport beer, great for ball tournaments or even like a hockey tournament if you're an adult. Have a Gatorade, put a little beer in it, take it out to the bench. It was good. I tried to market it with a few different breweries, but it was really tough to get around using Gatorade or using Powerade at what they charge for that. And then still somehow making money.
I remember my ex-boyfriend and I came to a gathering when you were really into sports beer.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend at the time brought a 12-pack of beer for us, for him and I. And you kind of just took our beer and started like handing out sports beers.
Yeah, I needed the beer to make the sport beers. I was trying to, like I said, I was trying to launch a new product. So you know what I think I need to do? Do you guys remember All Sport?
No.
Do you remember All Sport?
Please refresh me.
Oh, it was like the Gatorade before Gatorade existed.
Oh, I didn't know there was something before Gatorade.
Or maybe it came out after and then Gatorade just crushed it or bought it out. If you saw one of the all sport vending machines, you'd remember it. It was like that will trigger a memory.
Do you want to pull up an all sport machine?
But I think if I could get a hold of the all sport people, they probably got a ton of bottles somewhere. They're from 1994, but maybe I could buy those and then we could still figure out how to make a profit with a brewery.
Speaking of vending machines and drinks and names and stuff, did you guys notice that Nestea just renamed to Fuse? It's the same.
Yeah.
It's just
it doesn't
the same.
feel
that.
the same.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
No.
But all the kids are drinking it. We brought it to our barbecue before the wedding, and they were sold out.
Was Nestea the commercial
We
where
weren't
they'd fall back
selling
in the pool?
iced tea to
Brisk.
kids at the wedding,
That
by
was
the
brisk.
way.
That was brisk.
What?
You said we brought them to the barbecue before our wedding and they
Yeah.
sold out.
I'm not sold out.
You made it sound like
Sorry.
we were selling
No,
iced
no.
teas to
They
kids.
just drank it all.
Gotta pay for the wedding somehow.
Okay, but speaking of awesome commercials, the brisk iced tea, or maybe it was Nestea, one of them where like they open the can and it's got like the dripping cold condensation, and then they sip and then they fall back into the pool.
Yeah.
Those commercials made me want an iced tea. I probably turned my TV off and walked to the corner store and got one. That advertising worked.
You know what I miss is the Lipton glass bottle of like raspberry, peach, or lemon, where it would like
Pop off.
yeah, it would make the little noise when you crack it. And if that was ice cold, they had them at the golf course I grew up on, and like I was as excited about that as golf. Just getting a raspberry.
How about Barks Has Bite?
Yeah.
The grandma in the commercial, or when you used to pop off the lid of your drink and you'd win something under the cap.
You ever get into Pepsi points?
No,
Boardsy, you ever get into Pepsi points?
we
It's
were
a
a
little too young.
Coca-Cola family.
No, but I watched that documentary where the guy tries to win the jet because of his Pepsi points.
And
You
he
ever
got
seen
enough
this?
that he did.
And they had to give him a jet.
That's a wild story. Pepsi points were the biggest rage out of anything that I remember as a kid. It's
Really?
all people talked about. And like your Slurpees, you could roll up the rim and get a point. Or you could win a free Slurpee, which was also pretty badass. And then under anything Pepsi related, you just get the like little rubber thing that's in the lid.
Can we bring that back, please?
It was such a rage. I got an umbrella, which what the hell was I getting an umbrella for?
That's
I
sweet.
just had the right amount of points to get it. And I think I got a windbreaker and maybe a hat. But they'd mail it right to your door. It was Christmas. And all you had to do to get it was drink more pop, which when you're 11 is the best thing, or Slurpees, the best thing to ever get asked to do. Yeah, God bless Pepsi points.
I found All Sport.
Okay, does that not ring a bell to you?
No.
I am so old.
No, I've never seen that before in my life.
Rick, do you remember All Sport? I think so, yeah. Yeah, we're old. Anyway, if I can get a hold of the guy who is the owner of All Sport, I may have a business plan. All Sport beer. Yeah. There we go. Hydrate your drunk.
Hydrate your drunk. Have you guys ever dealt with a ruptured testicle?
No, I have not.
Any kind of crotch injury?
Oh, every time you get hit there properly, it feels like you have a ruptured nut, and you wonder, am I okay? Like I don't know what to compare it to pain-wise. Funny bone.
Where does it hurt? Does it like shoot up into your stomach?
Funny
Yes.
bone meets like a leg cramp. Like when you get a cramp in the back of the leg, combine that with a funny bone sting.
And then
Is
I
that a
kind of
fair?
want to puke. But no, that's a good, cramp funny bone for sure.
Uh-huh.
But then I do get the stomach where you're just like, ugh, I want to puke. You never do. But
And the worst part is when the pain is at its peak, people are laughing, usually. Even the person that got you, if it was by accident, they're laughing while you were really going through it.
How long does it last? The pain.
It depends. I would say the sharp pain is like 10 seconds.
Okay.
The dull pain is probably up to 2 minutes.
yeah, I was going to say 2 to 3 minutes of like
And then-
just uncomfortable as hell. And
And then the guts is like maybe 20 minutes.
So there's a professional baseball infielder who plays for the Athletics, and he has a ruptured testicle. So now they're talking about like recovery time. He had to have emergency surgery. Let's watch it together. This looks horrible.
So that view, you're like, oh.
I didn't really see it from that view.
You'll see it on the
slow
hopefully
replay.
YouTube doesn't take this down because that's how much you're about to see.
Joshua Kuroda
Buckle
Grauer.
up.
If I'm
Here we
saying
go.
that name correctly. Oh gosh, here's the slow-mo. So did it hit his bat and go straight down?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah, it
fouled
did.
it. This is the view that just. You can see it.
It bounced like 3 times.
The wildest part about this is this guy stayed in the game, got a base hit.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he hit the ball with a ruptured testicle.
still at bat. Yeah.
Like, how do you tough that one out?
Well, and how do you, as the person that's helping, you can't really
No.
do anything.
Right.
You got to wait there with them as an emotional support.
Like, rub his lower back a little bit, maybe? I don't know.
yeah, like
Shoves
rub
his
other
hand down his
areas.
pants.
Yeah, like we can't really do anything.
Go treat the area.
But he had to have surgery on his
And
testicle.
look at him toughen it out. And then this is him getting drilled again, obviously. Ooh.
Oh, he got drilled twice?
No.
Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Thank God.
Had to rupture the other one.
No, he got a base hit. Nice little chop to right field after that. Yeah, I think it's because every time you get hit significantly in the nuts, like I said, it feels like you've ruptured a testicle. So he probably...
You think like worst case scenario for sure.
So as he's going through the pain, he's like, oh, this is a bad one. But
I'll be okay.
It's always pretty bad. Like when I blew my knee, I knew I blew my knee. You
Right.
know what I mean? So when you rupture a testicle, you're probably like, oh, I just got bagged really hard. But then the pain just didn't go away. I can't imagine.
I love that like all of these headlines though, they just write it in all caps. Ruptured testicle. It's like, yeah, you caught my attention. Gotta do what you gotta do. This guy,
had
like
my
that sucks.
curiosity.
I think
Now
even
you
our
have my
show
attention.
title today had something about that.
I think we might have. I think Boardsy was smart enough to change that before we went live.
The Mount Rushmore of nut injuries. Which, actually, speaking of one, this was the CFO one that popped into my head. This is a classic video of a touchdown celly gone wrong.
Winnipeg.
So this
Oh,
guy's
God.
a Toronto Argonaut. So he spikes it down on the ground. The ball bounces back up, hits him in the nuts. As he's like feeling the weight of that injury, Buddy pushes him over into another guy who then lands
go.
on him.
There's so much happening. This is another example of us talking with Rick about how you don't have to go to the game because like the quality of TV now compared to this.
Right. Yeah, good point.
Next
this
level.
looks like it's from 1965. That
That's
is
great.
just so many bad things in such a short amount of time. And it all started with a touchdown. Like, it started so good and then got so shitty so quick.
Nobody remembers the touchdown. They remember the nut shot and then
Yeah.
getting shoved over.
The other touchdown celebration that I still vividly remember is when the guy goes running into the end wall and tries to give it a head bunt, and he, like, dislocated a vertebrae in his neck. He had a significant neck injury. I don't remember if it was career ending, but it was, like, season ending for
Yikes.
sure.
That's so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
And you're just excited in that moment.
Uh-huh. Like, imagine if the guy who ruptured his testicle actually hit a home run and then did a bat flip, and the bat bounced up and hit him in the nuts and ruptured his testicle. That's so much more embarrassing than just, like, it happening during the play.
Well, good for him for still like continuing in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and we can talk about that. So he's not just known as the ruptured testicle guy.
That's true. Yeah, everybody's talking about how he fought through the pain and got himself a hit. It is pretty wild, though, when you see, like, how fast that ball is moving. And then I think when you foul a ball like that, it probably takes off, I don't know, 20% of the speed of the ball. But
Okay.
you see some of the umps get hit in the face. There was one last night in the Jays game where it, like, looked like it dented the guy's helmet. Like, a foul ball can come off of the bat so fast still. to take that right in the nuts. And baseball is so hard and dense and the wrong shape. Like a football, the point, if it gets you right on the nut, that would hurt. A soccer ball, it kind of hits everything, you know? Mm-hmm. A baseball, or even worse, would be a little bit smaller. A cricket ball.
A lacrosse ball, like that'll break your jaw. Speaking of baseball, we were talking about this yesterday on the show. Is it true that Wildcat from Barstool won the 50-50 again?
Big Cat.
Big Cat, sorry.
Won it again last night. When you're hot, folks.
We were talking about him winning it earlier this week.
Yep. And he did it again. The rich get richer.
Has that ever happened before?
I bet he took the $35,000 or whatever he won. $54,000. I bet he bought $25,000 worth of 50-50s for last night's game, just to be like, let's run it back.
He buys an insane amount every single time. It's kind of his thing and whatever. So I'm sure, like he said when he won the first one, he was like, now I'm at even on all the money I've spent on 50-50s.
Fair.
So
now he's up.
Now he's in the green.
He's got to be the only person that's won the 50-50 twice in a short amount of time at the same stadium. Like, I wonder if anybody's ever won the Elks and the Oilers in like the same season or same calendar year, or a World Junior and a Brier, or that would be an interesting thing to find out.
The year of the 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear people that win the lottery twice, and you're like, that shouldn't happen. Statistically, that should never happen.
Especially
what's going on?
The scratch and win winners. When he won $2 million last year, he just won 1.2 this year. Why are you still buying scratch and wins? You're up.
You're done.
You're up so much.
You shouldn't be allowed to come back and purchase. You're off the list.
Retire.
Everybody gets one, and then you're capped out after.
Yeah.
That, right? Also, I was just scrounging the internet for that head injury.
Yeah.
Of Gus Farrat. This is him when he goes and he scores a touchdown. And I don't know why you do this. I mean, I get adrenaline sometimes of whatever, but his celebration here in 1 sec. Yeah, this is the clip.
I love the coach's windbreaker.
Shout out the Redskins back then. And
oh God.
And I believe, he broke a vertebrae in his neck and whatnot. And then he had to miss a significant amount of time. Tough go.
That's all he'll be known for, too.
Yep, and there's his interview about it.
Just like the adrenaline got to him. He got too excited.
You can't be doing that, man.
So
I get it, though.
You do?
Yeah, I want to celebrate.
I'm sure it was a big
like
touchdown.
A madman when good things happen. Tony Finau was another one.
Don't you want to act like you've been there before?
No. I'd like to.
I haven't, so.
I'd like to think that I would act like that, but I know myself better. Mm-hmm. I'd like start giving my buddies the bird. And Tony Finau hit a hole-in-one in that Masters par 3 tournament, and when he was running to celebrate, he dislocated his knee, I think. Or no, his ankle. His ankle like snapped out and then snapped back in, and he had to try to play the Masters, the tournament you wait all year, or if you're a professional golfer, your whole life you're waiting for moments like that, and you have to go in with a bummed ankle because you celebrated too hard on the par 3 challenge that nobody really cares about.
I think that's why I'm not into sports. As somebody who gets injured very easily to begin with, like I'm not risking it. Even when we were in the futsal, I was like, my knees, something's going to happen. So then I just started standing around.
Yeah, you did. You sure did.
Yeah, no one passed to me.
And so I was like, yo, Lisa, you're just standing around a lot. You want to play net? Because that's when you can just stand around. You said, no goddamn way.
Well, the kids come really fast at you.
So then I had to play net with you out there. We were pretty much on the penalty kill the entire time.
There was one point I was out there like eating a carrot muffin. Like I hit up the craft services and came back, and then they're like, we need you in there. And I was like, I'm still eating.
I'm surprised that didn't make Waz's highlight reel of you. That would have been amazing. You just having different snacks on the field.
A slow-mo bite of the muffin. Yeah.
Totally. All right. That is a recap on Testicle Gate. Poor guy. Hopefully he's okay.
If you want to know what's happening, I mean, we already did Edmonton. Let's talk world news, things that are happening that maybe you could talk about at the water cooler today. There was a dragon from House of the Dragon that took to the skies in real life after it was spotted flying over Scotland. How did this happen? Well, it was a realistic animatronic creature created with 3D scans and features 23 moving parts. So can you imagine? You're out for a stroll in Scotland, maybe going for a cheeky pint, and you look up and there's a dragon flying over that looks real.
Or especially if you went for 6 cheeky pints and on your way home, stumbling home and you look up like, oh my God.
I am turboed.
That's pretty wild. Another story that a lot of people are talking about, a restaurateur in Seoul, South Korea, with a couple Michelin stars, very well-known chef.
I have a question about Michelin star. Why is it the same mascot as the tire company? What's going on there? You guys ever thought about this?
No. A Michelin star for restaurants has nothing to do with Michelin, the tire company, I don't think.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're not related.
Can you Google that for me, just to double check?
They wouldn't have went with a tire company to sponsor.
I'm just saying it's confusing.
I think it's maybe even spelled different, to be honest.
We'll get Boardsy on it. Boots to the ground journalism, please.
So this well-renowned chef could actually face up to 1 year in jail, and he was fined a whole bunch of money for violating South Korea's Food Sanitation Act by serving a dish with ants on it. Ants are not among the 10 insect species that are permitted for human consumption in South Korea. This makes me wonder, though, how good are ants?
I've watched the dogs eat ants. They love it. I mean, ant eaters are an actual creature on Earth.
Also a very good point.
Why can't humans consume them?
If this Michelin star restaurateur has that high of standards that he's world famous and he wants to put ants on a dish, you gotta think ants are pretty delicious.
All right, do we got an update on Michelin?
They are not related.
What?
But I did just find, I thought that might be the wildest question that you've asked. Somebody on Reddit 3 years ago asked, is the Michelin Man the guy who gives out and invented Michelin stars? So, other people have asked the question before, and in my research, no, they are not related.
Someone in the chat, Amber, said, it is the same company so that you wear out your tires faster going to all of the restaurants.
Is there a subreddit that's just called No Stupid Questions?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I might have to dive into that. I bet there's some gooders on there.
I'm not embarrassed of my question.
8.9 million weekly visitors. Oh, this thing is. Oh, Ryder, I'll send you this.
Yeah, sweet. Another story involving an international country and food. Some of the Spain soccer players from a specific hometown are being celebrated in their unique hometown way. I think this is something we should implement.
What is that?
A very specific Edmonton celebration for when somebody from Edmonton wins something significant. The Iron Man Challenge. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Paula.
This town gives their players, and gave these 2 players, their weight in tomatoes as a congratulations.
This sounds like just one of those like households that's like, we harvested too many tomatoes. What are we going to do about it? Let's pretend that this is like something from our heart. But really, we just want it off our
a long-running
property.
Tradition in this hometown to give their weight in tomatoes. My problem with it is, even if I buy one of those packages of tomatoes, even like the big ones at Costco,
the cherry tomatoes,
it's tough to get through all of
so
those
tough.
tomatoes unless your kid's in one of those weird zones when they're just
Tomato
eating
sandwiches.
tomatoes constantly.
Or you're making bruschetta. Okay, I have people that are backing me up in the chat saying the
They say it is?
Michelins
They say
are
it is?
connected. The Michelins are connected. It wasn't a stupid question. The Michelin star rating was the brainchild of Andre and Edouard Michelin. Yes, the same French brothers who started the world-renowned tire brand. Boom. Breadstick taps for no stupid questions on the sauce.
I would like to apologize.
I will also. We learned some stuff today.
We did. I don't know if I said their names right, but thank you.
Wow, look at all the people that got your back in the chat.
Yeah, they know.
That is
They
awesome. All right, next story. Austria has officially converted Adolf Hitler's birthplace. So they wanted to get rid of the extreme right-wing losers, racist losers, who were frequenting the place as somewhere to celebrate.
Okay.
So neo-Nazis, skinheads.
So what do they turn it into?
A cop station. Pretty smart.
Wow.
Well played. Well
So
played.
they aren't erasing it from history. They are still saying, yeah, this is his birthplace. But don't come around here with picket signs being assholes and racists and losers, because there's going to be cops that won't let you do that. I thought it was chef's kiss. And I tried to think, are there other situations we could implement that are like this?
Interesting.
So here's my suggestion locally. The guy who's out with the megaphone doing unwanted preaching.
On White Avenue, on the
White
corner there,
Avenue.
right across from the Hudsons.
What if we put a library there and the librarian would constantly come out and tell him to shut the hell up? Hey, keep it down. So I thought that one could work. Maybe if there is a smoke pit that's getting a little too much tension in the area, where too many smokers are gathering, put an asthma clinic there. Then they wouldn't want to smoke there anymore. They'd feel bad.
You would feel bad.
Yeah, you'd scatter.
Especially the patients that are like leaving the clinic and they've got their like machine.
A free trial gym next door to an all-you-can-eat buffet. So when you eat a lot, you're like, oh, I should maybe get in for a workout after.
I think that already exists, and people just
Okay, that one didn't work.
they walk in and they don't think about it.
A pickleball court in the parking lot of a couples counseling area. You're mad at each other? Go take it out on the court. Get two birds stoned at once.
Can we also have a little station outside the pickleball cart that is serving pickles? Because when I think of pickleball, I'm like,
Okay.
I think you'd make some serious sales.
Anyway, just thought Austria really hit it out of the park with them transforming Adolf Hitler's birthplace into a police station, aiming to eliminate its appeal to far-right pilgrims. All right.
That's just like you're not deleting it from history. You're just like, yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
You want to come fuck around and find out a little bit? All right.
Exactly.
Well played.
Exactly.
We had a story earlier this week, I believe it was yesterday, where we were highlighting a 16-year-old from Edmonton who was 12 when an incident happened where he saved a couple people's life, a couple adults' life in Wabamun after their boat capsized.
Yeah.
And he swam out and got...
They were drowning
his
and he saved their lives.
Yeah. There's another story, this one out of Arizona, 14-year-olds being praised, and I just thought it was a great story. There was a lady who had been diagnosed last year with dementia who was wandering out in the heat, and it was 40 degrees Celsius. And the 14-year-old had the wherewithal to catch the vibe that maybe she wasn't okay. So went over, talked to her, realized that she was pretty mixed up, got her to shade, got her to access her phone, found out what her son's name was through pictures or whatever, called her son. Her son came and got her. Police are saying that without his calm and compassionate demeanor, it could have been ugly, and this lady could have very easily been in a lot of trouble. So,
Head on a swivel.
wanted to give a shout out to that. And with that, there's the vulnerable situation in Calgary is still ongoing.
They still haven't found that boy.
No, Parker, the 11-year-old who walked away from his day home, as far as I know, and hasn't been found. But I did wanted to give a shout out to the people of Calgary now, who are coming together to try to find him, and they're doing very unique things.
Very unique things.
Parker loves Christmas lights, so a lot of people are turning their Christmas lights on or putting Christmas lights up in hopes that if he's out and about and sees them, they're playing music, Christmas music, Disney music.
Yeah. They're asking all of the realtors in Calgary to go and check the homes where people aren't living right now to make sure they're like looking for in all the nooks and crannies there that he could be. So they are putting in a lot of work to try and find this sweet boy. They still have not found him. So if you see those posts on social media, share them. Even if you're not in Calgary, it doesn't matter. You could have people that you know that live in Calgary. That I don't know if there's anyone in Calgary at this point that doesn't know about this story, but
That's right.
every share matters.
People are also leaving snacks and blankets outside in case he's not comfortable enough
Bottles of water.
to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But he has the wherewithal to,
Yeah.
feed himself. So, yeah, that's a pretty scary situation, but I wanted to give... We rarely do this, but give the people of Calgary a shout-out. A little
Breadstick taps
keep
from
up the
us
great
here
work,
at the
and
sauce. And
here's hoping Parker is found as soon as possible.
absolutely.
And then a couple more stories here that are making some news. If you're a coffee drinker, it's all good. Apparently,
These studies, I don't know what to think. It's up and down, back and forth.
the American Heart Association has concluded that drinking up to 5 cups of coffee daily or having roughly 400 milligrams of caffeine is safe for most adults. If you
What if
have
you're in
health
an anxious,
complications,
you're an anxious person?
maybe not for you then. That's why it says for most adults.
True.
But that 5 cups of coffee feels like a good amount of coffee to
How
get
big
in
are
a
they?
day.
We talking like this big?
Yeah, probably like your average breakfast.
I'll just say 5 cups of coffee might be safe for you. That's not safe for your toilet. You can't be drinking 5 cups of coffee every single day. Like that's
I mean,
that's messed up.
I pound an espresso before I leave the house.
Yeah.
Your poor toilet.
I drink an
Yeah.
extra large while I'm here, and then I'll have usually a double espresso in the afternoon. That's exactly 5, pretty much.
Speaking of poor toilets, I sent Ryder a photo this morning with no context. It was just a photo of the toilet. Why do men not wipe the edge of it after peeing? Why am I looking at crusted up piss?
that is not a vision. What if somebody's having breakfast right now? This is embarrassing to me, and
It is embarrassing, and I think we should talk about it.
no, you've talked about it enough that
Wipe
at least for the
it.
next month I'll remember to wipe it now because you brought me shame.
I'll leave a sign on the toilet. Did you remember to wipe, little boy?
This is the stuff I love, that you guys are a married couple and host a show. I just love sitting here and being like, no, Ryder, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got, man?
Why don't we show everyone the picture?
No, it's disturbing. And you're right. There is way more piss on there than there should be. So I would like to apologize, and I am embarrassed enough right now.
It does happen. It happens, all right? It's happened to all of us. Every male in the chat's going to know it happens.
Well, and the thing is,
No, we don't. That's not how it is.
it's like a firefighter out there.
Big hog problems, man. Like it's, hey, what does God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers? There you go, Ryder.
Okay, it's so funny that you're talking like that because I feel like the Odyssey is heavily influencing your guys' vocabulary. Ryder this morning when he was talking to one of the dogs was like, "My noble steed." I was like, "Okay, Matt Damon." He didn't know I could hear him, and he's talking to the dogs when they're coming in from their pee break. He's like, "My 2 noble steeds."
If you've learned anything from us today, it's go and watch that damn movie.
It's so good, but it's loud. All right, let's get into our bets of the day, and then let's get the heck out of here. I know Boardsy's got a lot of work to do behind the scenes as well. Thank you for filling in this week. It's been so fun.
Yeah, appreciate
I got
you.
one more day in me.
One more day,
Which we love. All right, this segment brought to you by Sports Interaction. Sportsbook and Casino. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, you can bet with Canada's homegrown sportsbook. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. It's Groundhog Day for me.
You're betting on the Jays again?
Oh, wait. Actually, no. I originally was going to. And then Cooper was hanging out with us before we started the show. And he's like, Lisa, don't put it on the no money line. Do something a little bit different. So what am I going with today?
I got it here.
Okay. I'm just betting on Ernie to do something. Anything.
A hit
I'm
and a
poking at him
ribby.
I'm poking him with a stick saying, do something. So we'll see what happens.
All right, I mean,
I want him to have at least one hit.
if he gets a ribby, oh no, I guess if it's a sacrifice fly, he doesn't get the hit, but he gets the ribby. Okay.
Do people call it ribbies? I've never known of this fun
Oh, yeah.
thing
yeah,
to say.
way better than
RBIs.
You shorten an IGA the other day. We won't get into that again, though.
That was an honest mistake. Anyway, if you want to roll with me, let's do this. We'll see if the Blue Jays can actually get a win.
Okay, at this point of the season,
Oh, wait, I didn't bet on them to win. I don't care if they lose. I just need Ernie to do something. Okay,
They're
sorry.
probably going to lose.
it's tough to find truly things that I'm passionate about. So now I'm going to try to start betting with my head instead of my heart a bit more and doing a little research. So I'm going to try to come in with some very good bets. I'm even inquiring with my buddy who's a real sharp baseball mind, and I'm going to get him to help build us some bets until the things that I can bet with my heart again are back, like the Oilers, every game.
And you can't bet on the Elks because you work for them.
Correct. So I'm going to go today with one of the pre-built
Oh, wow.
bets. So I've got the Twins to win,
The Rays to beat the Blue
the
Jays.
Padres, the Rays, the Tigers to beat the Royals, Diamondbacks against the Cardinals. I think the Diamondbacks get that done. The bottom three are money line. We'll see how she goes. I also
Did you bet 3 cents?
No, it automatically did that for some reason.
What's going on? Anyway, they have these pre-built parlays for you, which is really cool through Sports Interaction. So if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, just maybe go with one of those like what Ryder did.
I'm riding with you right now.
Cool.
All right. It's then fun, too, because you can watch sports highlights and you're interested in almost all the games.
You're checking the scores at least.
Because I'm having a rough time without the World Cup, the Jays sucking.
Post-wedding blues.
It's the weird time of sports.
I added the wedding thing and you just didn't acknowledge it.
The Open just finished up. Like, golf isn't that exciting for a bit.
You got tennis.
Tennis.
I don't know enough about tennis, though. That's a problem.
I've always liked to bet on the stars, and none of the stars are, like, resonating with my heart in tennis these days.
I don't think they're really stars.
Yeah.
Besides Carlos I almost said Alcaraz.
There's some names, but there's not guys that Nadal used to do it for me where I'd watch his full game.
Federer, Djokovic.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When's
Andy
the
Murray.
Women's Open? That'll be fun.
Yeah, again,
August.
it's missing the Williams sisters so damn much. The Canadians, Fernandez and Jeannie Bouchard, look like they were going to be household names. There's been a drop-off there. Same with the men's side.
No, I'm talking golf.
Oh, golf,
Because that's
yeah.
happening here in Edmonton, is it not?
In a
August
month.
19th or something.
Yeah, the Canadian Women's Open at the Royal Mayfair.
That'll be
I'm
fun.
going to try to get out, I think, for day 1 or 2 of that.
Have you ever been to like a PGA event?
Never.
before?
Nothing even of the sort except for there was a tour that came through Saskatoon when I worked there, and I was out there for like the celebrity driving contest.
Okay,
I did the
humble
waste
brag.
management, and I'd highly recommend doing it.
Okay.
But it's not like any other PGA. It's just a party. Like if I went to an actual PGA event, I feel like it'd be a much different vibe.
Yeah,
than
if you
that.
went to the
I'd just
Royal
get heat
Mayfair,
stroke.
if you went to the Royal Mayfair for the Canadian Women's Open and partied like it was the waste management, they'd kick you out for sure.
We should add that to our 3 stars of anything. Imagine being hungover at that event where you have to be so quiet. You're just like dry heaving in the back row. All right. If you want to roll with us, go for it. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Get in on the action with parlay boosts, live betting, and easy deposits and payouts. Bet now at sportsinteraction.com/Oilersnation. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Tomorrow is Feisty Friday. We can't wait.
Yes, and we've told you about the golf tournament already.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a hockey player, if you know a hockey player, tell them about our Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament as well. It's one of the coolest events of the year, no doubt.
Yep.
And you can find out more at nationgear.ca. Plus, have a look at these off-season social club hats and hoodies and T-shirts and golf shirts. It's a really great brand of clothing.
Yeah, I got a powder blue golf tee, and I'm really excited. Maybe I'll wear that at our golf tournament.
I think we're doing a photo shoot right after
We
this.
are. That's why I'm all geared up today. And Level Wear don't miss. No. Every piece of clothing we've got from them has been incredible, except for there was one we got in the mail from them. It was a Calgary Flames one.
Yeah, it was like a pink Flames t-shirt. I still have it. If anyone has a Flames fan, I can mail it to them.
Yeah.
Peeling back the curtain a little bit, it was either yesterday or the day before. Waz was on the other side of the office where all the merch is, rummaging through everything, and he grabs a polo. It's like incredibly small, and he's like, "Coop, like, is this a large? Like, there's something wrong with this." And Coop's like, "Yeah, Waz, that's a lady's right there."
Yeah,
and
that's
Waz
a
was about
woman's
to
tee.
just steal some women's clothing and take it home.
I've continued to watch The Hawk, and
And?
he wears a sleeveless women's golf shirt, and everybody keeps telling him it's a women's golf shirt, and he won't believe it.
Oh, that's funny.
The show's
Is
actually...
it getting good?
It got better, and then now it's getting worse again. I'm gonna battle through the first season.
No, I can't do
How's
it.
the Jimmy Tatro character? That's like the younger one. He's like his son or something.
Yeah.
Is he funny in it? Because I love him.
He's decent.
I'm worried he's sold out.
Now he's starting to party really hard in the show. He went from like the straight-laced, super competitive guy, and then he goes through this other phase, and so that part's getting kind of funny. But anyway, the Hawk, if you like golf, give it a go.
Don't waste your time. All right, stay saucy. Smash that like button. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Much love, everyone. Thanks for being here. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like it, hype it, and share it with your friends.
And to not miss any of our content, make sure you're subscribing to the Oilersnation YouTube channel.
Freaking nailed it.